Coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee, this is Behind the Curtain. Here with us today, our senior correspondent, Alex Freeman. We have our foreign aid reporter coming to you live from Nashville, previously from Damascus, Syria. We have Will Hammond.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here, Will. Off screen, of course, we have our quality assurance officer, the illustrious Neef.
Yo.
And I'm your host, Evan Carpenter. Tonight, we bring you 10 strange news stories. Most of them are real, but some of them are false. Our on-scene correspondents will have to sort through these news stories. We'll go through them one by one so that you at home can enjoy them too. Our goal, make sure that you get the weirdest news possible and you can tell what's real and what's fake. So, go ahead.
That's right, Evan. And Will Hammond, our on-site foreign correspondence officer, he's got a band called Karma Vulture. They're really sick.
A lot of foreign corresponding.
A lot of corresponding with foreigners.
That's what we're known for.
Foreigners, can you say that? Is that
corresponding
acceptable
with the foreigners? Yes, we just said it. So
that's what I'm calling them now. Foreigners.
There you go.
But yeah, y'all got a show at Exit In coming up with Omenbringer.
Yes, sir. March 14th. Just a little over a month out, I think, at this point. So
get your tickets now. That will sell out.
Bio has the ticket link, so go check it out. Karma Vulture on Instagram.
Yeah, you just put out that live video of y'all playing at
Sky Daddy Sessions.
Yeah.
Yep. It was super rad, man. Had a really cool response to that. That was the lead single from the album, Something Better. And we have one more coming out pretty soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I've got a few stories. First of all, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I have no idea how I'm going to fare.
Oh, that's the more I think the more blind you are going into.
I'll try to bring the best from my experience. Yeah. But
there's a reason you were selected. So
yes,
just trust the process. I've got some stories I can get into, or what do you want to do, Evan?
How about we start off the dome with a few of yours?
Okay.
Yeah.
We can just I'm just going to throw some headlines out. We don't have to actually talk about them. But a couple things that have happened since we last saw you.
And just to clarify, for the viewers at home, Alex's stories are generally real.
Yeah, these are all true. These are all real headlines.
Okay.
Correct. So don't worry.
They're not even really headlines. I have a list of notes of things that have happened. So these are not headlines for the record.
This is your month in review.
Yeah. Well, Tone Setter, there was a school shooting here in Antioch, like a few miles from where we currently are, from where our news Anchorage office is.
Yes.
Yeah, so that happened. Probably shouldn't talk about that. But that happened. Trump has pardoned some people, including Dread Pirate Roberts, creator of the Silk Road. So that happened. He also pardoned a bunch of January 6th protesters. That happened.
Silk Road website. Clarify that.
The Silk Road.
Yeah.
No, the Chinese Silk Road from the Middle Ages.
The actual Silk Road.
Donald Trump has pardoned Marco Polo.
Who's got the time machine? That's what I want to know, right?
Yeah. Israel ceasefire. Yeah, who cares? So Doge, that thing. You guys know about Doge?
Yep.
To be clear, the Department of Government Efficiency or the coin?
Okay. The Department of Government Efficiency. I didn't know that was the acronym though.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of their guys there, his name on Twitter is Big Balls.
Nice.
And so there's been a bunch of headlines about Big Balls does this. He's pretty awesome. I don't have any ready. I'll pull one up though.
He's within.
Yeah, he's like one of the guys.
Department.
Yeah, he works there. And his screen name is Big Balls. So the stories about him will be like, Big Balls does this or says this.
Take some big balls.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Let's see. Vivek Ramaswamy he stepped down from Doge. My understanding about that situation is it's backlash for the social suicide him and Elon have just been committing. I've never seen someone just destroy their reputation this quickly. It's kind of insane. And then Kanye's like, "Oh, you think that's impressive?"
Check this. I'm gonna triple down on my quadruple down on my
yeah.
Nazi behavior.
Yeah.
That's not what it is. It's Nazi behavior.
Anti-Semitic.
Like, yeah, Kanye is like, "Oh, y'all think y'all can ruin your reputation quick?"
Check this out.
Yeah, I'm setting a new record.
It's the
Hold my beer.
yeah, exactly. As the rednecks would say, "Hold my beer."
Yes. Yeah. So that's and then the Super Bowl happened. The Eagles.
That's a close game, huh?
Yeah, it's a close game.
There's a real nail biter. I don't think I've ever experienced a game where I was on the edge of my seat throughout the entirety of 60 minutes. Yeah, very impressive performance by the Chiefs in a losing effort, huh?
Yeah, that was impressively bad.
24 to
It's
nothing
hard to
at
be that
halftime.
bad, right?
20. I don't ever remember a Super Bowl being 24 to nothing at halftime. And
Patriots came pretty close. I think it was like 28-3 or something.
Oh, so I guess that's right. I don't know how. The thing is, I just don't know how many points the Falcons had at halftime. I know it was 28-3, like close to the fourth quarter, maybe going into the fourth quarter, and the Patriots came back. It was so fucking insane.
That was wild.
That was, I think, it's Brady's. That was either his fourth or fifth Super Bowl win, and that was the game where it was like, okay, dude, you're the greatest. I mean, you've officially like passed Montana, in my opinion, greatest comeback of all time in the fucking Super Bowl. You know. But I don't know what the score to that for halftime was.
When I was on my way there, I checked and it was like 0-24, and I got there like right after the halftime show.
Yeah,
When I first checked at the beginning of the fourth quarter, I think it was still like, I think it was all the way up to 30 something to 6.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean
There was something crazy because I've
Eagles beat the shit out of them. Man.
Out loud. God damn.
What you got?
To bring it back to the Patriots Falcons, Atlanta scored 3 consecutive touchdowns to take a 21-3 halftime lead, which they increased to 28-3 midway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
However, the Patriots scored 25 consecutive points to tie the game in the final seconds of regulation. Dude, Super Bowl 51 was insane.
It was,
man.
I mean, so I remember. Okay, I was working during the Super Bowl, and the restaurant was so dead that they ended up basically just cutting. They closed down. Right, no one was coming in during the game. So basically, like the first half, I'm on the clock as the Patriots are just getting worked. Get cut. Second half, I stay at the restaurant to watch the game. They're basically giving the employees food, right?
Sure.
And my wife shows up, and it's like, all right, whatever. We're just hanging out, watching the Patriots get murdered. And then one touchdown begets another touchdown, begets another touchdown. And then all of a sudden, it's just like all the employees at the restaurant are just like huddled around one of the mini TVs, whatever, just like losing their fucking mind.
Yeah.
They did it 20, that's a 4-possession game. In the fourth quarter, you pull that off, beat them in overtime, like absolutely insane, man.
Yeah.
Chiefs didn't do that though. Chiefs did not do that this year. They got mollywopped.
They did something else instead. Very little.
And honestly, like looking back, it's like, dude, Eagles pass rush, insane. They can run the ball.
My
Chiefs O-line not that great.
So,
but should have seen it coming.
Besides just the devastation that happened, a couple other stories from the Super Bowl to talk about. Taylor Swift got booed.
Yeah,
funny.
Good.
I'm like, yeah, I like that. That makes me happy.
Not surprising.
And then
at this point,
I don't even hate Taylor Swift, but they put her on camera
there's such
so
a backlash
much
to her, man.
Yeah,
it's such like I think brutal. People are tired of seeing her.
Yeah,
in the football games.
And then Kendrick won like 4 Grammys 5
I think it was
Grammys
5. Yeah.
for Not Like Us,
Damn.
like for one song.
Damn,
And
5.
And
Good for him, man.
then went to the Super Bowl and performed that song. And the song is about Drake being a pedophile.
Diss track.
It's the diss track. Yeah.
So like for sure, Kendrick Lamar has won that beef now.
Oh
Like,
my God,
like
yeah.
the beef
Yeah.
is like that's
No, he beat Drake.
smash burger style, dude. It's been smashed. It's
What he
fucking
did-
done. Like
Drake's juices are on the griddle.
yeah, dude.
Dude, what
He's being
Kendrick
cooked in them right now. Like no,
what Kendrick did to Drake is worse than what the Eagles did to the Chiefs.
So I saw
horrible.
this thing. Okay, I guess one of I was preoccupied during the halftime show. One of the necklaces, I guess that he had on was a lowercase a.
Yeah, A minor. When he said that,
Yeah.
though, you could hear the whole stadium like. But I'm like, isn't like don't
Like,
children?
bro, that's cold blooded, dude.
don't people take their children
that's
to these?
good.
Yeah, but
Like, don't children watch the Super Bowl?
But,
Yeah.
but we don't. It doesn't matter anymore because children can see whatever the hell.
Okay.
And children should be wary of Drake.
They should be- they need to know.
Next Halloween, be on the lookout for Drake hiding in your kid's candy bar. That's gonna be the next. That's you just wait.
But yeah, that's all I have this week or this month.
Excellent. Great
Hell of a
coverage.
start to 2025, huh?
Yeah, pretty
Right?
fucking
Off
nuts.
to a banging
Dude,
start.
it is out the gate. It has been insane.
Yeah, definitely. God, I mean, thank you for the Super Bowl coverage too. That was a pretty great game.
That's part of my domestic correspondence.
You were on the
I was
scene.
boots on the ground in New Orleans.
Oh boy. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna get to our regularly scheduled content here. So we've got 10 news stories for you tonight. I'm not gonna tell anybody, audience or our esteemed guests here, how many are true or false. What we're gonna do is go story by story. I'm thinking that what we'll do is we'll present the headline. We'll just if you got any initial impressions, we'll go for that. And then after that, one of us will read the story. And by the way, gentlemen, feel free to interject at any point if you have any thoughts or any schizophrenic ramblings or anything you want to.
Questions, comments, snide remarks.
Of course.
Those, okay.
Yeah. Functionally, we are the peanut gallery news.
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, right off the bat,
You're just the natural. You're like, I'm here. I got it.
I am the peanut.
Yeah.
Cuckoo choo. Right off the bat, folks, we've got an update.
Oh my God.
That's right. We have an update. We covered this story. I believe it was either our first or our second episode. It was the saga of the 43 escaped rhesus monkeys that broke out of a South Carolina zoo. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
You guys remember the monkey saga?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, like some got out, then even more got out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let's read the headline and we'll get into it. But it was that was a pretty good one, man. So to clarify, true. For the people watching at home, this story is confirmedly true because we covered it before and it was demonstrably proven to be true. So yeah. Any of you guys want to volunteer to go first for the headline?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Got it.
Start off.
Update. Last 4 escaped monkeys are captured in South Carolina after months on the loose. Brought to you by AP News. January 24th. Authorities in South Carolina said Friday the last 4 of 43 escaped monkeys have been recaptured after 2 months living in the woods, feathering a rare snowstorm and being tempted back into captivity by peanut butter
Hell
and
yeah,
jelly
dude.
sandwiches. The rhesus macaque monkeys,
I
all
actually thought it was
females,
macaw, too. I'm with you, dog.
made a break for it after police say an employee did not fully lock their enclosure at Alpha Genesis, a facility that breeds them for medical research, known to locals as the monkey farm. Okay, I must have missed that part. So these are definitely like Planet of the Apes monkeys. They're doing experiments and shit on them.
Oh yeah.
The recaptured monkeys appeared to be in good health, Alpha Genesis Greg Westergaard said in a statement relayed to Yemassee police in a social media post without further details. While they were on the loose, the area saw its first snowstorm in 7 years, accumulating up to 8 inches.
3 inches.
3 inches. Okay.
Yeah, big difference between 3 inches and 8 inches.
Your mom doesn't think so.
Wait for it.
The rhesus macaques made a break for it on November 6th and mostly hung around near the facility. That was dumb. They're about the size of a cat, a car, cat or car. That's another big difference.
Cat.
About the size of a car,
Some GMO monkeys.
weighing roughly 7 pounds. Okay, that's important too. I'm thinking like chimps in my head. These are definitely smaller than that.
Little guys.
It appears a worker unintentionally left the gates unlocked when the monkeys escaped, Westergaard said in November. Workers were supposed to lock and latch one gate before opening another, but all 3 gates were latches were left unsecure. I can't read. Alpha Guard employees kept an eye on monkeys and set out humane traps. Most were lured back with food and were given peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and monkey biscuits.
Oh yeah.
A high-protein Purina monkey chow, specially formulated for rhesus macaques.
That's my favorite appetizer.
Hell yeah.
I'll have
Puna
2
monkey chow.
Please and thank you.
The compound is about a mile from downtown Yemassee and about 50 miles northeast of Savannah, Georgia. Wow. So they've all been recovered now.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was. I'm glad they were recovered. They're not dead monkeys.
Yeah.
And they can't spread the zombie
But-
virus any further.
But okay, so what type of research is actually happening? Do people know?
Here, let's
Or is it just
Alex,
like a-
if you can you go back to like the old documents I've shared with you? It might be in I think December.
I'll work
last
on
year.
it. I'll work.
Yeah, do your thing. Go ahead though. Speculate.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I want you to speculate on a matter of such importance. I don't want any fake news to be put out there.
On this
In
network.
this climate, on this network, I don't think so.
Yeah, we don't do fake
You're
news
not
here.
getting me. No, I mean, okay, that's my thoughts are I'm okay, barring nefarious research being done.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm just incredibly naive. I'm glad that the monkeys were recovered.
Yeah.
They survived the South Carolina blizzard of whenever the fuck, 3 inches of snow. I'm glad they weathered that storm. So
If I didn't know for sure that story was real, I would think it was not true.
So I had heard that, and honestly, this made me think. I'm pretty sure it was covered. They talked about it some on Side Stories from last podcast on the
Okay.
left, which is like not all true crime sort of stuff. They do a lot of like weird, zany,
This
odd stories, that make the news. But I've been slacking on that recently. So
is
I
Side
got
Stories is great.
So
This is like that, except we lie on purpose.
Yeah. It's less reputable. Hey, actually, I have a quote from one of the earlier articles about what the monkeys were being used for.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. That's just for the species. Animal rights groups point out that the species has been subjected to studies on vaccines, organ transplants, and the impact of separating infants from mothers. Ooh, that's a
Oh,
sad
shit.
one. Have you guys ever seen that?
Oh my
that,
god!
Damn,
They're
yeah,
just emotionally
experiment.
traumatizing.
yeah,
these monkeys.
yeah.
That's why they left.
that isn't these monkeys.
So
though.
maybe
that's all rhesus macaque monkeys. It doesn't say what they were using
But-
these for.
No, I'm gonna.
What was
I'm
the
gonna-
name
I'm
of the
saying,
facility that they escaped from? May I scroll up? Is
Yeah,
that
it was something weird.
Alpha.
Genesis. Yeah.
Well, if I saw the name of that facility in a movie, my first thought would be like, "Oh, they're sketchy shit."
Oh
going
yeah,
on
they're
there.
evil.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
That's
a bad
it.
place.
for whatever that's worth.
No, I think you're onto something.
Decades of on the field correspondence. That's
Wait.
my official opinion.
And that makes it fact.
Yeah, it
Um,
might be a little sketchy.
no, it might not be. Also,
True.
I'm without look. I refuse to look into it any further, and just I choose to believe because it says they were all female too.
Yeah.
So these are the children that
Ah.
got separated from their mothers, and they're going to be raised to be separated from their children, and they ran away with. They were all pregnant, and they let out their youth.
So we got a little monkey Fury Road going.
Yeah, there's
on
more
over
to
here.
this story.
We got
I think this isn't the last we heard.
we got
of
a
the
we got a little
rhesus
we got a
macaques.
Fury Road type of saga happening
Yeah.
here. Okay.
They're gonna get tracked down by a monkey Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Dude.
Well, I support it. Get the
can't-
hell out of there, ladies. Let's
Can't
go.
wait for the Tom Hardy movie where he finds
43 macaque monkeys in the backyard.
And he mumbles the whole time.
Excellent. Well, thanks for doing a little update with us tonight.
Okay.
Let's get to our first story. This is a big one. I want to start with it just because it's going to be pretty huge.
Pretty huge.
Yeah. So let's get it going. I can read this one.
Yeah, share real quick.
Cool.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Let's get that right. There we go. All right. So this story, this is going to be a long one. This is about the cult of Ziz, aka how did a German math genius get drawn into a cult accused in coast-to-coast killings?
Ooh, fun.
It sounds like one of those osekai animes. You know what I'm talking about?
I was just a normal engineering student in Deutschland.
Like the titles will be like, "Now I'm in a video game?" ? Exclamation point.
Oh, first off, if you can see our screen right now, this is a picture of their leader, quote unquote.
Rich. Wait, hold on. This author's name is Rich Shapiro.
Yes, that's right.
Is that Ben Shapiro's dad?
Yeah.
Old
Yeah.
Dick Shapiro.
Dick Shapiro.
Swinging Dick Shapiro.
Okay.
You got to read it in Ben Shapiro's voice.
Border Patrol agent Chris Malin murdered. Ophelia Backout was living her best life in spring 2023. All right, no, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, no, I hate myself. All right. So, first off, this cult has done a series of crimes. They're all kind of coming to light and becoming connected now. Let's go down the saga here. First off, Border Patrol agent Chris Malin murdered. Ophelia Backout was living her best life in spring 2023. A math whiz from Germany, Backout, then 26, was making more than $500,000 at a New York City trading firm and juggling a bustling social calendar. Her apartment in Jersey City, New Jersey, was the gathering place for her network of friends, most of whom were highly educated transgender women like her. But over the next few months, things turned dark. Backout began to retreat from her friends and talk on the phone for long periods of time to people she wouldn't identify. She started taking frequent weekend flights to places she wouldn't talk about. And then, in November 2023, she hopped on a flight out of Newark Liberty International Airport and cut off all contact with her friends, leaving them with no idea where she had gone. Until 2 weeks ago. All right, I'm going to stop doing this. That's when Backout was shot dead in a gun battle with U.S. Border Patrol agents in northern Vermont. It broke out after agents pulled over Backout's car on January 20th. At some point during the traffic stop, a woman riding with Backout drew a gun and opened fire on one of the agents, prosecutors say, prompting at least one agent to shoot back. Backout was fatally shot after she pulled out a firearm, according to an FBI affidavit. Backout, who transitioned to female after college, is referred to in court documents by her birth name, Felix. A border agent, David Chris Malin, was also killed in the gunfire exchange. And the woman in Backout's car, Teresa Youngblood, who authorities say had fired at agents, was wounded. The headlight-grabbing death of their gentle, generous friend had left Backout's once close circle reeling. But it did not come as a total shock. 3 people who knew her told NBC News.
I read that name like Young Blood.
Hey, Rich Shapiro with Young Blood.
Young Blood. Hey, what up, Young Blood? Sorry.
You got it. I got you. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is important though. Backout, her friends say, had been drawn into a cult-like group that has since been linked to 6 killings, 1 attempted murder, and at least 1 faked death, according to court records. Its leader is an enigmatic Alaska native named Jack Almadeus Lasota, who goes by Ziz and identifies as a woman, according to multiple people who have interacted with Lasota and her associates. So off the dome, just to TLDR for the people at home here, this German engineering student got involved in a cult and ended up in a gun battle with Border Patrol agents where one agent died, she died, and her friend in the car was wounded.
Border Patrol between where and where?
It was in Vermont and Canada. And so this was
Like a couple days ago.
so is it and there was the Alaska Native. How do they play into it? That's
the leader.
That is the leader. So is it based in Alaska? Is that just where the leader is from?
That's where the leader is from. I think we're about to find out that this is
Okay.
not Alaska centric.
Right.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep going. Ziz's beliefs. So let's talk about the leader here,
Okay.
Jack Lasota, aka Ziz.
Okay.
Lasota is known for wearing dark robes and describing herself as Sith, a reference to the evil figures in the Star Wars
Well, this
franchise.
person sucks.
She is also a fucking dork. No.
Yeah.
It says it right there. She is a fuck. This is the Associated Press says she was a fucking dork.
AKA she's a fucking nerd.
No. People who knew Lasota's small group of associates described them as smart, techie vegans, many of them transgender women who share an obsession with the dangers of artificial intelligence. They've even been dubbed by Lasota's critics as Zizians. The group's leader, Lasota, believed that humans have two minds, a left and a right hemisphere, and each hemisphere can be good or evil, according to posts on her blog. Eventually, Lasota came to believe that only very few people, she among them, are double good. Which, come on.
Okay.
Lasota also described being targeted by police for her Sith-inspired garb.
I'm ready to give her all my money.
Sometimes, quote, sometimes cops harass me for wearing my
Yeah,
religious
where do I
attire as
sign
a
up?
Sith.
Yeah, I'm gonna devote my life to her right now.
Oh yeah, this gets bad, dude. She wrote on her blog, quote, as a Sith, I'm religiously required to do whatever I want. And for now,
Oh,
that's
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's fucking go.
All right.
and for now, that so happens to include wearing black robes.
And shooting border cops.
Okay. They were living for a time on a tugboat docked at a pier near Half Moon Bay in the San Francisco area. Yeah, according to people who knew
It's a
Lasota.
beautiful area. Gotta be honest. Half Moon Bay is stunning.
That's where this person was living in a tugboat.
Mm.
So, when were you living near Half Moon Bay?
Oh, I didn't live there, but
Where were you?
so I was in the cult actually. I was a member. No, so we drove through there. I did a few drives up to PCH. Just my time living on the West Coast.
Sure.
And going through Half Moon Bay was always pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's beautiful up there.
Pretty cool.
And honestly, territory that is ripe for culting. It's not surprised me that's culting. That's in cults are
Cultivating a cult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good area for cultivation.
All right. Yeah, they were living on a tugboat. Lasota and other associates eventually moved to a property in Vallejo belonging to an older California man, Curtis Lind, whom they had met at the dock. This guy's important. He's going to come back too.
Okay.
Keeping it going. You want to tag in? Read this
Okay.
short one right here. Start with you.
Goofiest protest ever. On November 15th, 2019, the Center for Applied Rationality was holding an event in Sonoma County, California. Lasota, then 28, and 3 others showed up wearing robes and Guy Fawkes masks, popularized by the dystopian film V for Vendetta and later adopted by the leftist hacker group Anonymous, and proceeded to block the entrance to the grounds. Authorities said, okay, Lasota, dead? Question mark.
Oh, wait, hold on. I just want to pause here for 1 second.
Okay.
This is silly. In 2019, these guys put on V for Vendetta masks like Anonymous.
Yeah.
They put on
Yep.
robes and block the
Yep.
door to this
They
a couple of clowns.
they seem like pretty serious dudes, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that, that could be a pick your battles moment. Some might say, I don't know. We'll have to see. No one takes on the Center for Applied Rationality, though, and lives to tell about it. Lasota dead? In August 2022, Freeman received word that Lasota was presumed dead after falling off a boat in San Francisco Bay. A brief obituary was published in Lasota's hometown paper, The Daily News Miner, in Fairbanks the following month. Jack Amadeus Lasota left our lives, but not our hearts, on August 19th after a boating accident. It read, cliffhanger. Loving adventure, friends and family, music, blueberries, biking, computer games, and animals, you are missed. Oddly specific, his pleasures that are listed. But I like a man who's got a penchant for blueberries. It's a man with class.
That got me too. They chuck blueberries on there.
I like computer games. Who doesn't like a good computer game, you know?
Yeah, I also like music.
Yeah. I play music sometimes when I'm not corresponding in foreign lands.
That's right. Weekends.
Yes.
All right. You guys remember Curtis Lind?
Yes.
He's coming back into the story.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tag back in. Curtis Lind assault. 3 months after Lesota's apparent death, Lind, the California landlord who was then 80, was stabbed with a samurai sword after being ambushed by a group of people whom he had been trying to evict from his property.
These are still the Siths, right?
These are the Siths,
Yeah.
Yes. Anytime there's evil people
So-
in this story, they're the Siths.
Okay.
Of course they have katanas.
Yeah.
Right? Like that just of course.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
One would assume.
Yeah.
If they don't have lightsabers, they definitely have katanas.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes for neckbeards. After
Yeah.
being ambushed by a group of people whom he had been trying to evict from his property, Lind was, quote, stabbed multiple times, had a sword impaled through his chest, and ultimately lost his right eye.
It's pretty metal.
Yeah, dude, they got him, but he survived. On November 13th, 2022, his family set on a GoFundMe page. But Lind still managed to shoot 2 of his alleged attackers,
Hell yeah.
killing one of them. Emma Borhanian, who had been one of the 3 people arrested with Lesota at the protest and was also a plaintiff in the federal lawsuit. 2 others were charged in the attack, including Alexander Leatham, another person who had been arrested with Lesota at the protest, and a plaintiff in the federal lawsuit. So the guys doing that goofy-ass anonymous protest tried to kill an 80-year-old man with a samurai sword shortly afterwards.
Hell yeah.
That kind of adds up, though.
Yeah, and they tried to kill their landlord, too.
So far, like these guys are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to tag him?
Sure.
Yeah. And you can start with the murders.
Murders of Rita and Richard
I think Zako.
Zako. On January 2nd, 2023, police discovered the bodies of Rita and Richard Zako inside their stately home in the borough of Chester Heights, a quaint Philadelphia suburb. Rita, 69, had a gunshot wound to the back of her head. Her autopsy found. Her brother, 71,
Nope.
had taken
Her husband.
her husband, same thing,
In some states.
in this cult. Her husband, 71, had taken a bullet to his right hand and another to his right temple, according to his autopsy. They were determined to have died 2 days earlier on New Year's Eve. The Pennsylvania State Police, go Eagles, go Birds, has said it is believed not to be a random act of violence. 10 days after the Zako's bodies were discovered, Pennsylvania state troopers showed up to a Candlewood Suites near the Philadelphia airport with a warrant to search the room and car of the dead couple's daughter, Michelle Zako. Are we on the same story still?
Yeah. So
This is fucking crazy.
this is an odyssey. Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
You're good. You want to take it from according to property
Yeah.
records?
According to property records and court documents, Zako owned land in Orleans, Vermont, located about 10 miles from the scene of the border agent shootout. Vermont prosecutors said in Youngblood's detention memo that she and the person who bought her gun had been in frequent contact with an individual who is detained in Pennsylvania during the double homicide investigation, a possible reference to Lesota. The troopers knocked on Zako's hotel room door and took her into custody. As they were leading her out of the hotel, she called out to his staff at the front desk and told them to tell Daniel Blank
That's his real name. It's not Daniel Blank.
that she was being detained. A trooper, Matthew Gibson, said in court, according to a transcript obtained by NBC News. The troopers knew Blank. He had previously interviewed him in connection with the double homicide, Gibson later testified. The troopers arrested Blank and marched him out of the room. Things did not go as smoothly with the second person, identified in court papers as Lesota, the person also known as Ziz.
Okay. So hold on.
Darth
Quick-
Ziz.
Yeah, the Sith Lord. Real quick. They're about to describe them arresting the leader of this cult. This is the funniest shit.
Okay.
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah. Troopers issued commands to Lesota, but Lesota did not do anything. Gibson later testified, according to a transcript obtained by NBC News. He had his eyes closed. He would not speak, Gibson added. He was just laying almost unconscious, as if he was dead on the ground.
Solo move.
Lesotho was ultimately charged with obstructing the investigation and disorderly conduct, according to a criminal complaint. The Alaska native continued to play dead when a mugshot was taken.
Would you guys like to see?
Yeah, I gotta see the
Would you guys
mugshot.
like to see that mugshot?
Oh, yeah.
We should see
Oh,
that
yeah.
mugshot. Wait, hold on. Let me zoom out a little bit. It's pretending.
All right. You committed to the bit. That's all one can ask you do.
Yeah,
In
dude.
moments like that.
Oh, this is the most base cult.
Yeah, there we go.
Andy
Darth Ziz.
His head up.
Darth Ziz. Long live Darth Ziz.
Andy Kaufman would be proud.
Oh my god, just playing dead. All right, Alex, you want to finish it out with in June 2023?
In June 2023, Lesotho was released from custody after posting $10,000 bail, but then failed to return to court, leading the judge to issue a bench warrant. Her whereabouts are unknown. Freeman said he hadn't heard from Lesotho since 2022, and he had no idea where his former client might be.
So Ziz is just gone to the wind.
Holy shit.
Ziz is out there again,
He'd be
free.
gone.
Yeah, dude, she's out there.
Ziz, if you're watching this,
Call in.
call in. We'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah, you definitely deserve a platform. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Keep going. Actually, here, do you want me to finish it out?
Sure.
All right. And to tie it all back around, the murder of Curtis Lind. The two people charged in the sword attack on Lind, the older California landlord, are slated to go on trial this April, and Lind was set to be a key witness. But on January 17th, Lind was stabbed to death on his property in Vallejo, police said. A Seattle man, Maximilian Snyder, 22, was arrested a week later and charged with murdering Lind. Prosecutors said in court papers that Lind was killed to prevent him from testifying against the suspects accused of attacking him with a sword. The murder occurred 3 days before the border agent shootout.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
dude,
Dude, this story is insane.
Yeah, they tried to kill this guy with a samurai sword, and then they actually killed him to prevent him from testifying. That's wild.
Wow.
You know, it oddly reads like a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah,
I would say. There's
Yeah,
like-
it's almost
very,
like it's not real.
Coen Brothers.
It's almost
But
as
life-
if this isn't real.
Life is stranger than fiction at this point. I feel like.
I feel like it has to be real. This has to be a real story.
But what is reality, though?
Huh.
You know, to quote Hunter S. Thompson, I learned a long time ago that reality is far stranger than anyone's imagination.
That's fucking interesting, man.
Yeah,
So we're going true on this one, fellas?
I'm going true.
I'm going false.
Oh, shit.
Ooh,
Ooh,
off the
curveball.
rip. Doubtful.
So
Will
this is an
Hammond.
optional drinking game. No pressure, but it is.
Since I'm here, I'm going to chime in, and I think it's true.
Yeah.
Hell, you know what, Neef? You're in the running too. Yes. For all your hard work off screen, you get to vote.
You have to do something else. You have to do
I
something
think
else
it's
every
true in a hopeful sense.
time. If Evan made that up, that's crazy, right? Like if he did make that,
It is
up,
oddly
that's
specific.
insane because he has pictures.
There's going to be
So
more
that means he
pictures. tonight.
pulled.
Hold on, just to say, there's
You
going to
can-
be more pictures.
You can
tonight.
get pictures of. I mean,
Right? No,
you
he
want to
could pull mugshots from something else, but like I'm just saying, if this is fake, bravo.
Okay.
This is
All
a one of your greatest masterpieces.
Thank you.
Mm.
All right, final votes. We've got Neef is saying true, correct?
Yep.
Alex saying true, correct? And Will saying false.
Going
Stick with
false.
it. All right, ladies and gentlemen at home, this story is true. That's right.
Oh.
We have a cult in America, the Zizians.
We got a lot of them.
And their leader is on screen right now for you.
That is okay.
Beautiful mugshot. All right.
Dude, pretending to be dead during your mugshot.
Insane.
That's like an all-time.
Again, very
Highlights.
Kaufman-esque.
Yeah.
I respect the commitment to the bit.
Definitely.
Yep.
Andy would be proud.
Yes, he
Remember, Andy said he was coming back.
R.I.P.
Darth Ziz, the return of Andy Kaufman.
Darth Ziz is Andy Kaufman.
I think
So where's this cult based out of? If we need to move on, we can move
there
on,
is
but
no base. Their leader is
he's in Alaska?
yeah. Their leader their leader is from Alaska.
Okay.
It seems like Ziz is basically just on the run now. So I don't think
Permanently
there's
on the
really a
land.
base to this because those
Okay.
those landlord murders happened in California, but this border patrol agent thing happened in Vermont.
So he's not the best cult leader.
no,
I
don't think
he's not in the
got there
upper. He's
something.
not in the goat talk of. He's. I mean, to be honest with you, he seems a little fledgling.
Yeah,
you know, he
it might
seems-
have taken off beyond him. Maybe he like
Yeah.
started it like that, and then like everybody's like, "That's a great idea," and then it's kind of like, "Oh, okay, y'all are okay." all
Honestly,
right."
what?
Yeah.
So, what do you believe that everyone left, right hemisphere of your brain? One's good, one is evil. He's the only one who's double good.
yeah.
Right.
One
But
of
also
few.
is
One of a
Sith.
few who are double good.
Yeah, it's one
Double,
of the
double good, but he's Sith.
Funny, double good. Like
Honestly-
double plus good or just double good?
Is that a double? Like
Double
it just
good.
becomes evil?
Well, no, that's 1984 newspeak.
Honestly,
It's good or it's double good.
Oh,
It's not better. It's not best. It's
That's
good,
interesting.
It's double good or it's double
Ah.
plus good.
give it 100 years, maybe this is the new Mormonism. Who knows?
I
yeah.
hope so.
Vegan anti AI cults. I think that's
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This next one's kind of a quick one. You guys want to keep it moving?
Yeah, let's
How
go.
you doing? Keep it moving.
Alrighty. This next one is entitled New Mexico Courtroom Brawl. Anyone want to tag in for this one? Or you want me to?
Sure.
Yep.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I will, unless you want to.
Let's have Will do this.
All right. New Mexico courtroom brawl. February 6th, 2025, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Another person accused of being involved in last week's courtroom brawl in Albuquerque has been arrested. The fight happened at a district court hearing for Alexander Ortiz, who is accused of a murder in January 2024. Ortiz is accused of murdering his 23-year-old girlfriend, Ali Farfin.
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 Nah.
Ali Farfin. No.
Allie Farfin.
Surveillance video showed a man jump over from the gallery while a second man followed behind him. Both males can be seen fighting with Ortiz. The first man to rush at the defendant was Carlos Lucero, who told deputies, "He killed my niece like a coward." The second man was identified as Pete Isasi, Farfin's stepfather. Both are facing charges of assault as well as battery on a peace officer. The video later showed a woman grabbing a chair and hitting Ortiz and a Metropolitan Detention Center officer. Police said that the female in the video is 34-year-old Jamie Lucero. She is facing a charge of battery on a peace officer and assault.
There is nothing funny about hitting a peace officer over the head with a chair. Let me say, America. There is nothing funny about that.
Not at all.
It's not hilarious
It
to
is
join a
not.
courtroom brawl and
That is-
bring a chair.
Not based behavior.
It's
No.
also not funny to jump off the top rope into that courtroom brawl.
No.
So it sounds like that dude. I mean, I'm just gonna, as a professional, I think they're probably justified in what they did to this guy.
Just to be clear, the defendant was accused of killing his girlfriend, and the girlfriend's uncle and stepfather were in like the crowd watching the thing. They jumped the fence and they just started beating the shit out of the guy. And some other lady joined in with a steel chair. So
Where'd you get a steel chair in the courtroom?
What was this?
Grabbing a chair. Maybe it was a loose chair. Maybe not a steel chair.
On this,
That is weird, but then again, you never know because then you don't know what county it is. Some of those little counties, they don't have like the pews and they don't have, it's kind of, who
I've
knows?
snuck a chair into a court hearing before in my jacket.
Hey,
WWE in the
Yeah.
courtroom.
Yeah.
just to be clear, this is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So you can imagine most of that courtroom is metal folding chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
got some turquoise on there too.
So
I've seen
They're all
footage.
wearing leather tassel
Yeah.
jackets.
I've seen plenty of footage of retaliatory behavior
Oh yeah.
in
man.
courtrooms.
Yeah.
Sometimes, honestly, I am legitimately here for it, dude.
I'm
There are some times
usually
where it
here
just,
for
yeah,
it.
where it's
Oh,
just like, yeah, dude, something happens to someone's kid or whatever, and you
Yeah.
see the father or the grandfather or something, or an uncle, whatever it might be, right? Like, just get over there, like, make it over the fucking gallery and just like, nah, dude, I'm gonna get one shot on you.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna go to jail, but I'm at least getting
Yeah, I'll
I'm gonna
take
tag
the
you one
assault
time,
charge.
dude.
Maybe they'll throw me in holding with you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for, because
And then
That would be insane.
You're locked.
I'm
not-
you guys are fighting like get in the box.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
I mean, yeah,
You know, like on this very serious news program, we don't give our opinions. This is journalism. But I think objectively that guy fucking deserves it. And he probably did kill that lady. That's why I choose to believe.
So you think this story is true?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
You're just on the guy's side.
If it's true, I'm on that
Yeah.
guy's side.
it's
Yeah.
very believable.
That's a good point, Neef. I want to believe it.
Well,
want
well,
it
like
to
the
be.
last story, I really wanted to believe, and it was kind of believable. This isn't so much like, wow, I want to believe it because I've seen this happen.
Yeah.
So it's very believable, but also that doesn't necessarily make it seem more true.
To make an argument for the other side, it's short. There's not a lot of names. So this wouldn't be a lot of work to fabricate compared to like the other one we
But
read.
it's also
Yeah.
court documents, which usually are pretty, cut and dry.
I do think it's true. I'm gonna go with true.
Okay. We get a true.
But I'm not as confident about my guess this time.
Anyone else want to chat?
I will go with false on this one as well.
Okay. We'll go into the false. And Neef, what do you think?
I'm gonna say false on this one because of what I was saying. It's not that it's unbelievable, but just to throw that in there, it'd be an easy one to toss in there and trip us up on.
Sure. Gentlemen, this story was true.
Damn.
And I got great news too. I have video. Do you guys want to see the
Oh,
call?
yeah.
Yeah, I got
Let's
video.
go.
I got
Go.
video.
Yeah, dude. Oh, let's go.
All right. It's on YouTube. I'll skip the bullshit. Get into the fight.
Oh, that's amazing, man.
yeah. Yours.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh hell yeah.
That's fucking sweet.
Evan,
Hi,
good job.
Do you want me to?
we're charity water.
No free ads.
We
How do I
also
pause
have
this?
charity.
You can skip it.
Just
Skip it.
skip. Yeah.
Don't give money to that. Wait, that's a charity.
Skip it. Next, skip it.
It was like for clean water in a.
Skip it.
Let's get to the video, folks.
Do not give money to them.
Oh, actually, also let's mute these people. This is our newscast. I'm just
Mute's over
making
here.
sure. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I suck. Oh, let's go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Get his ass,
Bro, and honestly, the guy who jumps over, that dude is gonna kick the shit out of that dude any fucking day of the week, bro.
Yeah. Also, one of them is the girl's uncle, and one of them is her stepfather.
Good
Imagine
on,
the
dude.
legendary
No.
beatdown you're gonna get
No,
from
yeah.
a girl's uncle
Yeah.
and her stepfather.
Oh,
That's
Bro, if you do that, I mean, like, once again, if
but she's here with the steel chair. Let's go.
Oh, but yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Honestly-
sister, the aunt gets in there with a steel chair.
honestly,
She's fighting the cops, dude. Oh my god, I love this family.
I supported.
They're like, no,
100%,
we're
right?
all
I
going to
supported
jail, motherfucker.
100%, dude. I'm not even.
Yeah,
This is not actually a
Absolutely.
bit. This is not a joke. I'm not even kidding, dude.
yeah. Fuck that motherfucker.
Fuck that guy.
If you know for sure that guy killed your niece or stepdaughter.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
100%,
You
dude.
gotta know.
Nothing gets my
Right.
blood flowing like
Right.
Schadenfreude, like justice.
That's good. You've got a good sense of morals here. I like that.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
mean,
I like
I just,
violence.
It's like if you walked up to someone and punched them in the face, and you expected anything other than them punching you back in the face, you might have a skewed sense of perspective.
I respect.
If you are an asshole to someone else and take it that far, like, dude,
Yeah,
don't expect it to fucking not come back to you, man. I don't know. Hats off to the uncle and stepdad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers to that guy.
and the aunt or
Cheers.
sister.
Yeah,
what
and
was
the aunt
that?
and sister getting in, they brought
Yeah.
the chair, right? Those are the ones that brought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
okay.
fucking steel chair on the cop.
Yeah, man.
On the cop trying
They're
to
just
break
like,
it up.
it's like, hey, caught in the
Like
crossfire.
cops trying to break it up,
Caught
and
in the
she's like, "No,
crossfire.
no, motherfucker."
No, that ain't what we paid you for.
You got paid to get hit with a steel
You
chair.
got paid to step back and let him handle the ass whooping coming.
That's great, man.
That was
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
what was his sentence? Probably maybe life.
I think that was probably deemed a mistrial. I get the feeling that
Oh.
might have.
Wait, really?
Well,
that,
No, they won't.
what
They
was
won't
it?
miss
Was
it.
there not a
there-
verdict?
There's no verdict yet. That's the thing. They
Oh.
don't talk about the verdict in the story.
Oh,
at all.
so I see
So
what
it's
you're
like
saying. It
it
they
might not have
probably-
been a mistrial, but they're
That might have been an
They put it
arraignment.
off for a little
Okay,
bit.
yeah.
Arraignment.
That might have
But I
been
mean,
his
can-
arraignment, so that might not-
wait, can you actually can you just level it a fucking mistrial?
No,
If
no,
something
no.
like that happens,
He's
you're-
not saying that it'd be
No.
thrown out, but I'm not certain if that was his, because normally when that happens, it's at a sentencing.
okay.
Right.
Because they
was-
find
yeah.
out, okay, yada yada, he's standing
Yes.
up there, and that almost looked like that because it looked like he was standing up there being sentenced.
Oh shit.
But
Right.
sometimes at the
Let's go
beginning,
back
it's
to the
an
story.
arraignment.
I-
And if it's a sentencing, that's because we know that you did this for a fact now, and you're
That's a
about to
solid
get taken
point,
away
yeah.
from us, and we can't get at you now. This is my last opportunity.
Right.
You're about to get 3 hots in a cot on my damn tax dollar. After
Yeah.
you did this,
I'm gonna get mine.
I'm gonna get.
I'm
mine.
gonna
And if they lock me up for it, hopefully they'll throw me in the holding pen while you're in the holding pen, right back in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
I really respect the like self-sacrifice for the sake of justice. It's like I will go to jail for this.
I mean, yeah, dude, come on.
Like, that's
if
fucking
someone,
metal
man,
as
is
fuck.
Your daughter, your niece, something like that. Who knows, like how she was raised, how close the family was. Like, uncles sometimes can play a role similar to a father if the father's not there. Maybe it's just a close knit family.
Mhm.
Yada yada yada. Whatever, dude. But like, I don't know, man. Something. Your niece, your daughter, or your son, your nephew, whatever. Someone fucks with them like that.
Well,
I don't
someone's
know,
got
like,
it.
I think at the end of the day,
it's
folks-
hard if you have a spine to not be like,
When
no,
it's
but I need
blood-
to get mine.
When it's blood, it's a whole nother.
Y'all remember
it's
the
instinctual.
y'all remember the
It's,
father that shot that guy? In
Oh
the-
yeah, in the airport. As
Yeah.
they're walking him out, he
Yeah.
turned around from sitting on the payphone and just turned around and put one in his head.
Yeah.
dude. I
That's a
realize
crazy video.
this probably sounds very Kentucky of me to have that attitude, but
Oh no.
but I mean, I don't know.
Fuck that guy.
I think like, yeah, man, if you're
Well, if our legal system's not going to do it, someone's got to, right?
like you said, man, that guy's just gonna fucking
Hopefully he
be
has a really
stashed
awful
away
time
on
in
taxpayer
prison.
dollar. Like,
Yep.
hey, dude.
Hopefully he has a really horrible time in prison.
And like
I
you
will
said,
also
if
say,
it's
too-
concrete. If it's like if it's something where it's like, nah, man, like fingerprints are here. We got the murder weapon. You have no alibi. You were the last seen with her. Yada yada. Like,
Yeah.
okay, then, hey, man, whatever happens to you, you got it coming.
Sure.
Right? Like,
You got to know for sure. Also, if this guy's innocent and he just got the shit kicked out of him, and we've been trashing him for this entire podcast, we'd like to apologize to Mr.
my
Ortiz.
bad, dude.
If he is guilty, though, yeah, fuck you. You deserved it. Like,
If you're not
so,
guilty,
yeah.
sorry, dude.
And
Yeah.
also stand up
That's a
for the
bummer.
people that you care about. I think
Yeah.
that's the moral of the story.
Just on my flawless professional intuition, I think he is, and I refuse to look into it any further. This is what I believe.
I mean, if they hop the fence like that, yeah, he's got to be guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys want to keep it moving? Hit
Yeah.
another story? All right.
So I'm batting 2 for 2 so far.
I'm over.
Oh, this is the best I've ever done. I don't know if I've ever gotten 2 right. And like
See, you hyped me up so much with his skills on the first one. It
Oh.
was so detailed that I was like,
You'll
nah,
see
this
what I
is a
mean.
ploy.
Yeah.
you'll see what I mean.
See,
Yeah.
this, I want to be clear too. Don't get too meta with this.
No.
Don't be trying to think about how I think. Just if the story is true or if the story is false.
That's
okay?
very convenient for you to say.
All right.
See, 'cause that's literally
Hey,
why
don't
I
think
lost
about it too hard. Just Jedi mind tricked us.
That last one was a straight gamble. I knew that was a straight gamble on my part. Was
I kinda
like,
thought
could be,
because it
but
was
I'm-
so
I'm
short
going
after
for
the
the
first
false just to,
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I mean it's cool to see a little video on the show too. I'll try to
Yeah.
do that more often, man. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, the media bringing in the pictures and the media, very nice, very nice.
I've got a few more too. There will be more pictures.
there's nothing like a good old courtroom jump the fence and start scrapping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen some where you can tell the bailiffs they're not as quick to react as they really should be. I mean, I see dude
let him
called
get a few licks in.
caught.
Yeah,
straight over the top, caught, and then he goes down and gets a couple more in, and then they kind of pull him off. And you know,
Are you pausing the live stream?
nope.
Okay. Cool.
Just looking at chat. yeah.
I'm astounded. I sent this link to my youth pastor, and he hasn't joined the live chat yet. What the hell? I'm starting to think he didn't ever really care about me.
My first love,
Yeah.
my youth counselor.
Things are so sweet that one summer. Now he doesn't even tune into my podcast.
That's what really hurt is the pulling back.
Yeah, it's just been a dark time in my life.
What really hurts is the absence.
Among other things.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going here.
Round 3? Is this what we're on?
Round 3. Ding,
All right.
ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
They'll be a little quicker now. That whole Ziz cult thing, that was a big one, I know. Thank you guys for sticking with me.
You got me.
Oh, it's so worth it.
Awesome. Okay. This story is really important, and I want to make sure that we understand the ethical ramifications of this. Yeah. Just, this is going to affect everyone's lives here. 66-million-year-old vomit fossil discovered in Denmark. This comes from NBC News. Author Terry Dickerson, date January 27th, 2025. Some discoveries are hard to stomach. Literally. A quirky and fascinating addition to Denmark's natural history has been uncovered. A 66-million-year-old vomit fossil. Local fossil hunter Peter Benecke found the fossil, officially named, I'm going to fucking try it here, Danakra. You think Danakra? The AE, I'm just going to do like a...
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, we're going to keep it. Danakwa. Danakra DK 1295. At Stevens Klint in eastern Denmark. Danakra are rare natural treasures of Denmark. They must be evaluated by the National Danakra Committee of the Natural History Museum of Denmark before they receive the designation, according to the University of Copenhagen and the Natural History Museum, Denmark. So I guess Danakra is the term for fossilized vomit. Sweet. Benecke made the discovery after he noticed a strange collection of sea lily fragments embedded in chalk and I sent it to Geomuseum Faxe in November, said Jesper Milan, museum curator at Geomuseum Faxe. After a cleaning and analysis by Dutch sea lily expert Jan Jagte, it was determined that the clump contained remains from at least 2 species of sea lilies, the museum said. Fuck, this is a tough one. Regurgitalites.
Yeah.
Regurgitalites, or fossilized vomit, are rare but invaluable to scientists studying ancient ecosystems, as they reveal what predators ate and how the food chains functioned millions of years ago, the museum said. Milan said a Cretaceous-era predator, possibly a fish, most likely consumed the sea lilies and later spat out the indigestible parts. Quote, it is truly an unusual find. Oh, wait, no, this is a Danish guy. It is truly an unusual find. Sea lilies are not a particularly nutritious diet, as they mainly consist of calcareous plates held together by very few soft parts. Milan said it in Østjyllands Museum news release.
Well, that's very impressive that you pulled that off.
I don't think I did, to be honest. Visitors
You sold it to me, though.
That's what's important.
Yeah.
Visitors can see the unusual relic of prehistoric dining habits during a special exhibition at the Geomuseum Faxe. So what do you think, boys? Fossilized vomit. Pretty important, right?
True.
That is very specific for that to be false. But how the fuck does vomit fossilize?
Yeah, that's
My dogs vomit all the time in the backyard, and it does not fossilize. It kind of.
I'm still tripping off regurgitate.
Yeah.
Regurgitalite.
But like
a
boy,
stone.
you really went for it. If this is fake, you really sold it on the day. But honestly, how does vomit fossilize?
I think what they were saying is it fossilized the chunks. Like
The
it
lilies,
was
the actual sea lily fragments. That's what.
Okay, so has your dog ever eaten grass and then puked up the grass?
Yeah.
I think it would just fossilize the blades of the grass, not the yuck surrounding it. Yeah. But yeah, they discovered
66-million-year-old fossil.
How
Vomit
did they
fossil.
know that it had been slightly digested?
Let's see.
Is that just because of
It was a strange collection of sea lily fragments embedded in chalk. It was determined that the clump contained remains from at least 2 species of sea lilies, the museum said. So it's basically like chewed up bits of leaves from 2 different plants all in one pile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Chewed up bits of leaves from
2 different species of
plants
sea lily. Yeah.
So that's what they're basically assuming, because that's about the only way that would happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a fish down there, an octopus like grinding up different flowers and shit, making a concoction.
Some kind of ancient mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
Mortar and pestle.
All right. Well, final verdict. Do you guys think that this is true? Do you think that they found a 66-million-year-old fossil of vomit, or do you think this is false?
Final answer, true.
Okay, true. From Alex.
Man, after the first two, I'm torn between which way to go on this.
Now,
There's a part of me that's like, oh no, this is definitely. There's a part of me that's like, vomit fossil, fucking false.
now I will say, Evan really emphasizing how hard the words were to pronounce is impressive if it is false. Like
It
the way
is,
the way
yes.
you presented it, you're like, oh fuck, these
It's a
names are so
commitment to
difficult.
the Danish language.
So if you did make it up, well done.
I'll
But
go
I,
true.
I think
I'll
it's
go
true.
I'll go
I'm
true.
gonna say true too.
True's down the
I
board.
go true.
It's false, isn't it?
Yeah, this asshole's gonna get us all.
True. Ladies and gentlemen, this one was true.
Okay.
Hey,
Nice job, you guys. You
Alright.
fucking
On the
swooped it out.
board.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
Lord. There you go.
Yes,
All right.
long distance.
1 for
Boom.
3.
Hell yeah.
There we go. All right.
Awesome. Nice job, you guys. Can you believe?
False. This one's false. Just kidding.
Yeah. So actually, here, hold on. Do you guys want to keep on going with the other category? I also have some animal news to present and some international incidents.
Ooh, what you think, Will?
I could go either way. Let's
Yeah, either of these would be good.
let's do international. No. Let's do animals. Let's go animals.
Animal news?
Yeah, let's go animal news.
Good choice.
Yeah, yeah.
Good choice.
All right. Well, Will, you chose it. Do you want to read
Okay.
us the story?
Wild animal news. A young gorilla rescued from aircraft hold. Okay. A young gorilla rescued from aircraft hold recovers at
Istanbul.
Istanbul Zoo.
Istanbul,
Not Constantinople.
Constantinople.
Okay.
That's not funny, man.
It's a serious show.
It's Istanbul.
Serious show here.
This is the news.
This is a serious show, okay? Come on. A young gorilla rescued from a plane's cargo hold is recovering at an Istanbul zoo. It's not a laughing matter. I don't know why I'm laughing. Officials said that Sunday, while wildlife officers consider returning him to his natural habitat. The 5-month-old gorilla was discovered in a box on a Turkish Airlines flight from Nigeria to Thailand last month.
He's going there for sex trafficking. Let's go to Thailand.
After a public competition, he has been named Zaitin.
Sure.
All right, we'll go with Zaitin. Zaitin.
Or
Use your
olive.
imagination. Or olive, yes. That's the next 2 words. Olive, and is recuperating at Polonezkoye Zoo. Okay. Of course, what we want and desire is for the baby gorilla to continue its life in its homeland. Fahrettin Ulu, regional director of Istanbul Nature Conservation and National Park, said Sunday. What is important is that an absolutely safe environment is established in the place it goes to, which is extremely important for us. In the weeks since he was found, Olive has gained weight and is showing signs of recovering from his traumatic journey. When he first came, he was very shy. He would stay where we left him, said veterinarian Gultham Esman. He doesn't have that shyness now. He doesn't even care about us much. He plays games by himself. Both gorilla species, and the western and eastern gorillas, which populate Central Africa's remote forests and mountains, are classified as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. As Istanbul emerges as a major air hub between continents, customs officials have increasingly intercepted illegally traded animals. In October, 17 young Nile crocodiles and 10 monitor lizards were found in an Egyptian passenger's luggage at the city's
Okay.
Sabia Gokin Airport.
All right.
Now,
That is a lot.
That's a crazy story.
That is, yeah.
for some context,
That's
we
insane.
love a good animal trafficking story on this.
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's been in
the
about every
turtles?
show we've done. Yeah. The turtles getting ferried across a lake in Vermont to Canada
Yeah.
inside a kayak.
Yep.
That was sick.
Yep.
The snake sewn into the guy's jacket.
Yeah.
That was fake. I lied to you and I got you on that one. I was just fooling. But no, there's been a few. Yeah. We love an animal trafficking story.
Well, it's
I don't know what to think about this. The thing is, as much as I know you love trafficking animals, so you might make up a story like this. There's so many twists and turns in this that like I think it's real. I think this is a true story.
Do you believe all the names?
the names are the thing that I'm having the toughest time with right now.
Yeah, I know you-
I think.
I think it's true.
Yeah, for the folks at
This
home,
is a tough one though.
animal trafficking is a real problem in this country. And
Mostly because of Evan.
Yeah. Guilty.
Well, right, like isn't like in Florida, right? The amount of invasive species that they have at this point, like down in the Everglades, with like snakes or, I mean, I think all sorts of like reptilians and shit like that.
Yeah.
Where was this at again?
This was the gorilla was intercepted on a flight and he ended up in Istanbul,
I think
not
it's
Constantinople.
Constantinople. I think it's true.
Strong vote for true from Alex.
Have you gone true on every single
I've gone
one?
true on every single one so far.
Are you just hedging your bets?
No, I'm,
You go
I'm
like
assessing
9
each
trues
one.
in one. Okay.
To be honest, I'm just assessing each one, and I don't think this is false. Now, this is probably the one I'm least sure about, to be clear.
Fair. Okay.
I really don't know, but I'm like 50-50 on this, but I think it's true.
Will, what do you think, buddy?
You know what? I think I'll also go true.
All right, we got a true from the both of you. Neef is he's working on some stuff in the back room here. So in absentia, I think he would vote true as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Neef would.
If I know Neef,
Yeah.
he
Okay.
thinks this story's true.
What is it?
It's true, fellas. This one's true.
Hey! Back to 500. Let's go.
They saved
Let's
the baby
go.
gorilla.
Let's
Woo!
Okay. All right.
Dude, this is the best
Okay.
I've ever done on this show.
You're fucking killing
Holy
it so
shit.
far.
So you're. Wait, are you? Did you get every single one right?
So far.
You're
Yeah.
4-0.
And he's got 2 right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
yep.
500 right now.
Not bad. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll read the next one. Keep going. Dozens of desert rain frogs rescued from a quote froggy mill in Louisiana. This one comes to us from NPR News. Big thanks to Rachel Brown. This is from January 29th, 2025. And this one, I included a little picture of a desert rain frog so you guys can see it at home. If you can't see it at home, if you're tuning in via audio, they're the frogs from all the videos on Instagram Reels and Facebook and stuff. The little chubby little fat frogs with tiny mouths where they look like they're having a bad time. Yeah, that's a desert
Those
rain
are
frog.
awesome.
They're very cute. All right, to the article.
We might want to go to commercial break real quick.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's yeah, can you put up the image or something?
And we'll be right back after this commercial message. Sponsors.
Yes, folks.
Today's episode is brought to you by Bud Light. That's not true. They don't pay us. If you want to pay us, then you can.
Pretty sweet.
You can
I know
do that.
I know we give off the vibe that Bud Light wants in their advertising. So
Bud Light. Known to be like love making in a canoe. Because it's fucking close to water.
coming for you, Bud Light. Hell yeah.
This is an anti-commercial. This is an anti-ad. That's what we're gonna do. Anyone who doesn't pay us, we're gonna talk shit about.
Uh-huh.
It's like, wait, talk shit. If you don't want us to come on here and talk shit about your brand, you have to pay us. It's
Yep.
the opposite of an advertisement.
We're not gonna advertise your brand. You just won't talk shit on it.
Yeah.
You ever see
Yeah.
those guys that'll go down to like the subways in New York and they'll play an instrument badly and they'll put up a sign that says "Pay me to stop"? That's us. We're just
That's an idea. I think I might try that instead of, standard busking.
there you go.
Reverse busking.
Yeah, reverse busking.
Do we want to go to commercial for a sec though, fellas?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine with
Is
me.
that yeah?
Cool. All right.
I can throw something up. Yeah.
Yeah, just drop the image. Folks, we're gonna be right back. We love you.
Never forget.
I hate them. Don't speak for me. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen.
Folks, we are back to you live once again.
We are
behind the curtain.
so back.
Thanks to our commercial sponsors.
Not Bud Light.
Yes. Fuck you, Bud Light.
Our anti-ad campaign against Bud Light.
Yeah, not for all the other like controversy or anything like that from the
No.
last few months ago or whatever.
Nothing to do with any of that.
It's just not
fuck
great
'em.
beer, and fuck
Yeah.
them. Yeah. All right.
Budweiser, slightly better.
Budva.
Yeah, I like my Bud heavy.
That
I
Bud.
Did drink.
I would drink it if it
I'll
said
drink
Bud
Budweiser.
Heavy.
It is. It is known I do enjoy my Bud Heavy.
Yeah.
They could
Yes.
honestly make some good money off doing like
Bud
a limited
Heavy.
batch release of that shit.
Did you see Coors Light? This is news, kind of. Coors Light, just share screen. There you go. Yep. Coors Light is doing you can get a case of the Mondays. And it just says Monday on the beer. It's like
Nice.
you go get a 12-pack of Mondays.
Is it stronger or not as strong? Or what?
No, it's just Coors Light.
What's the bit from Office Space where he asked, was anyone ever
What would you
Tell-
say if someone asked you, "Do you have a case of Mondays?"
Yeah.
I'll kick the shit out of you.
get their ass kicked for saying that?
Yeah, that's right.
It's so good.
Hell no.
It's just like, hey Peter, check out the tits on the chick on channel 9.
Oh, boy.
Can I read this one?
Yeah, I love
Office
that.
Space,
Go ahead.
Mike Judge.
Dozens of desert rain frogs rescued from a froggy mill in Louisiana. Sources NPR
Desert
News.
rain frogs in Louisiana.
To be clear, when they're saying froggy, I think they're doing a puppy mill thing.
Yeah,
What's a puppy mill?
breeding them.
It's an illegal breeding facility where you make a bunch of poorly bred puppies.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Okay. Okay.
That's what they're
So-
doing.
Dozens of desert
THCA.
rain frogs rescued from a froggy mill in Louisiana. Sources NPR News. Author Rachel Brown. Date is January 29th, 2025. And the most like ugly, cute frog I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like that frog, man.
Yeah.
He's okay in my book.
Imagine if like
I like his
testicle had a
attitude.
little pouty face on the
Yeah,
front.
I like his attitude.
I like
Chance-
his little frown. He's got a good little
Yeah.
frown going on. Sort of like, hey,
Chances
just let me
are
know. Sorry.
you've seen footage of a desert rain frog before. Species regularly makes the rounds on social media accounts dedicated to cute animals due to their chubby bodies, short legs, and vacant stare. Commenters often call them cute, small, or literally mean, often relating to their lazy
True
nature.
story.
Desert rain frogs spend much of their lives sleeping buried deep in the deserts of Namibia. Few have seen a desert rain frog in the wild, and even fewer have been able to entice them to breed in captivity.
Like pandas.
One Louisiana man has done both. He's bred a lot of rain frogs against their will. Someone take over.
However, without the proper permits, he is now facing legal charges. Deshaun O'Shea, 44, was arrested for selling captive bred exotic frogs without a license last night outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Officers seized almost 50 of the rotund frogs from various glass tanks and Tupperware containers in O'Shea's basement.
The tip came from a neighbor who claimed that O'Shea had offered to sell her desert rain frogs for cash on several occasions. The frogs were different every time, and one of them was already dead. So I called the cops, said neighbor Shauna Delacroix.
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 Shauna Delacroix. This
O'Shea
is
was
Louisiana.
O'Shea was released on bail, but his frogs were seized and transported to Skip Walker Reptile and Amphibian Sanctuary in Opelousas. Several of the rehabilitation specialists noted how difficult it is to get these frogs to breed in captivity. According to the center's manager, it's almost impossible to get these cute little guys to breed in captivity. They have a lifestyle that just doesn't work in most zoos or pet breeders. The guy should not have been running a froggy mill, but I guess he was doing something right.
Well, hats off to the entrepreneurial spirit of
I know what I
America.
think about this one. I want to know what Will thinks, though.
Imagine hitting someone with like, I want to buy a frog.
I got the good frogs.
We got the best frogs.
You want a good frog, you gotta come. You gotta know a guy.
You want a good frog, you gotta come.
Yeah.
I
You want a
like
good
to say.
frog, you gotta come in front of me.
That's the only
That's
way.
the price you pay.
Kid, I know you're new in town, but if you want a good frog, you gotta come.
Yep.
And
And
so
the
what
way game there is. Okay, so honestly, all right. In all seriousness here, folks.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back. Let's
Yeah.
let's dial it back in here.
This is froggy business.
I think this is a fake story.
I second that. I think this story is
I believe that this has been fabricated.
Why do you think that?
Despite frogs being very popular on Instagram, I follow Paul Rosalie. Jungle Keepers, rise up, let's go. Actually, I don't donate money to that, so I'm not a jungle keeper.
You're not that rank.
But he's it's a good cause.
It's like Scientology. Like there's levels to it.
Depending on how much you pay.
I've not got to Lord Xenu and the
Yeah.
volcano planet yet, but I'm still giving all my money to him. though. One of these
One
days,
day,
though.
fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Yeah, I think this is false as well.
They're gonna
I think this is false. I think
It's very funny.
What did
It is.
Paul Rosalie have to say though? Why did you bring up that guy?
okay, so he well, first of all, his story is pretty fascinating. So he runs a big I don't know, program, charity. Basically he lives in the Amazon. He's fighting to protect the Amazon. And so basically if you look up his like his Instagram feed, right, it's all there'll be a lot of snakes, frogs, like insects or animals that he sees in the Amazon.
Is he the guy that's trying to find the 20-foot Burmese python? The guy that walks around grabbing stuff? That guy's awesome. I love him too.
Wait, the guy
You
that's
can't do
like
that
the
in most
swamp,
countries.
like the
Yeah. He
no,
goes
no,
like,
no,
yeah.
not that guy,
Not that
guy.
Yeah.
That guy is very captivating though.
Uh-huh.
No. So
Man's insane.
Paul Rosalie, I don't know anything about the snatching guy, but he's basically like he moved from New York down to the Amazon when he was like 19 or 20, and he's lived there for like a decade plus, close to 20 years. He started this foundation. They've raised a lot of money. He went on like Joe Rogan's podcast. He's gone like Freeman.
Oh, the deforester guy that like converts loggers.
Yes.
Yeah. He's awesome. That
Yeah.
guy's sick.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, he does like legitimately.
Like real conservationalist stuff.
Yes.
Like hands on the ground, feet on the ground.
Not
Boots on the ground.
Boot, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
Hands on the ground.
Well,
Hands
yeah,
on-
You're doing some weird conservation work there.
hands on the frog.
hands on the frog. No, I mean he's a guy who like he kind of had this weird obsession
Yeah.
with it, and then he just moved down there like
And now that's
Like-
his life is his conservation.
like he didn't really know his ass
Yeah.
from a hole in the ground when he first did it, but now that's
Lex
he's-
Friedman went with him on
Exactly.
a what would you call that? A safari.
Yeah.
And almost fucking died.
yeah.
He's like, no man, we got this. And
They-
then he's like, okay, so we haven't had any water in days.
they recorded the
Oh,
podcast in the middle of the fucking jungle.
Yeah.
And it's like they're going down, there's the amount of tributaries in the Amazon, like, are numerous. Like, and a lot of them.
Lex
have not
Friedman's like,
been-
I'm gonna die here.
Yeah.
Like this is how I'm gonna die.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That gives me an idea for rabbit hole, Alex.
Let's do it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So anyway, so yeah, that's why I brought him up, is because like, dude, he'll all the time. If you follow him on Instagram, he'll post pictures of these snakes and frogs and crocs, like all of these different birds, right, in the Amazon, and holy shit, dude. Like it's just all so majestic.
It's another world.
Yeah,
It's like magic.
and it's like one of
It's
those
a fantasy.
Yeah, just much like this story.
Yeah, much
It's a
like this
fantasy.
story, it's a fantasy. What really got me
That's why I brought
is-
him up. It's
So
honestly
you
didn't
don't,
have.
you don't think it's real? You think this guy's faking?
I think the frog.
this
is
this
real.
story's
Yeah.
fake.
I'm calling.
The story's- the story's
I'm calling
fake.
bogus.
But you think Paul is telling the truth?
No, I think Homeboy's like actually like he's doing a.
He almost killed Lex Freeman in the woods.
Oh yeah, no, that shit's real.
No. I think like what that dude does is actually a very like virtuous endeavor.
Yeah.
And like he's like boots on the ground, dude. He is there like living with the indigenous people there,
Mhm.
and has actually raised a lot of money for them.
Sure.
Like he said, converts loggers. No, that's super cool.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And he's trying to
Um,
bring attention
yeah.
to because like that is getting deforested, like the Amazon's shrinking, and he's trying to get like more people to donate to conservation.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
a great dude. What's the point?
Yes, yeah. So
Yes, and
yes, that's why I brought him up. He just posts pictures of frogs. There's not really a lot else other than that.
What really got me about this story is that commentators often call them cute, small, or literally me. Like that, like I love that line, and I think you wrote that because it's hilarious. That's a very funny thing to say.
And I mean, and I can picture someone posting an image of that frog with the caption "small" or
Yeah.
literally me.
Do you think the NPR news reporter would have wrote that?
Rachel Brown, she's highly esteemed.
Rachel.
She is indeed.
I know her work.
Yes, yeah, I've followed her quite extensively.
It's just Evan. This is a real news article, but Evan wrote it.
Dude, I go home, I put on a wig and lipstick.
No, it's a real article. It's really bullshit, but I mean that's the
Someone
thing is
wrote
like this story could be false, but NPR News really did report it. You know what I'm saying?
This segment is
what do you
brought to
mean? That
by
I just
Paul
ripped off
Rosalie.
the news story and
No,
changed
no,
all
no,
the
no,
names?
no. Just because let's say it's a real story, hypothetically, all that means is that someone wrote that story. That doesn't mean that it's factually accurate, right?
Well, you have to trust in your news sources to know.
Oh yeah. Well, I wonder what that's like.
It does require some trust, yeah. But I mean, you know.
Yeah. Anyway,
I am going to say that the Froggy Mill in Louisiana is false.
yeah.
I'm calling false on it too.
We got
Yeah.
falses across the board.
This segment has been brought to you by Paul Rosalie.
Go ahead and enter those.
We did do an ad for that. We denied the ad that was like water treatment for Africa. We are like, no, get that shit off the screen.
Yeah, no.
Going false all across the board here.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, gentlemen, this story was false. You sleuthed me out. Nice job.
Well,
Hell yeah.
we're
Excellent
surviving.
job, you guys.
We're
Okay.
surviving.
3
That was
out of
good.
5.
Nice job.
3 out of 5.
I got to
Ain't
tell you,
bad.
that's the first time that's happened on the show when all of the guests have actually figured it out and known that. I definitely should not have included the small.
Oh, yeah,
I regret that now.
Small and literally me is hilarious, and I'm glad you included it.
But
I thought it
honestly,
would be like
here's the
character.
thing though. Like, there's so many legitimate legitimate news articles now online
Sure.
where I read, and they reference social media trends or sayings or captions to where like you do find yourself in the situation of being like, what side is this? Oh, this is the so and so, and you're referencing what social media trend as like evidence or support?
Yeah.
It,
Yeah. I get
a
it.
little dystopian, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I guess it's just a little, and
There's a lot of bullshit from like quote unquote credible.
yes, well,
News
yeah, you read
organizations.
something just like, okay, well, that's a really odd thing to reference in the middle of this supposedly.
That's why I only trust Behind the Curtain to get my news. This
Yeah.
is the only news show where you can get the truth.
For the folks at home, these are really the only stories you should be paying attention to.
Yeah. don't-
So are we exiting out of the animal world?
I'm
We're
thinking
going.
Let's take a break from the animals for a minute.
Okay,
Do you guys want some international news or you want me to finish up the
I
article?
really like that headline.
let's do it.
Idaho State Senator.
I'm here for
Oh,
it.
okay. I think you
Okay.
guys would. All right.
Share the screen.
Yes. Alex, share the screen.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we are pulling up our next news story right now. If you're at home and you're listening on audio and you didn't get to see the pictures, you're missing out. You should tune in on YouTube. We do it Tuesdays at 8 p.m., generally once a month.
This will also be on video on Spotify.
That's right. Excellent.
Beautiful.
Tune in there.
So if you want the pictures, just
Look at your screen.
If you don't tune in,
Ever
on
heard of
Spotify-
looking at your screen, idiot?
It's my favorite hobby.
You ever look at two
I've,
screens
look-
at once?
Like your eyes are split.
All right. Anyone want to tag in? Read this one.
All right. Okay, here we go. Idaho State Senator fired over online hate speech. Sources the AP News. The author is unlisted, and this dates to February 9th, 2025. Super Bowl Sunday, huh? Okay.
Yeah, he was getting rowdy during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, had maybe a few too many mint juleps or something like that. Who knows?
He sang all the words to Kendrick's song.
All the words. Go ahead.
Idaho State Senator Jeb Monahan was fired this week after controversy erupted over his behavior online. Monahan allegedly posted several documents filled with hate speech and racist remarks under an anonymous account named Concerned Caucasian Citizen 88. The allegations came to light after Monahan's Epic Games account was banned for hate speech, and online sleuths were able to connect him to the remarks. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Way to cover your tracks there, big guy. Monahan was banned from the Epic Games service after he posted dozens of hateful comments and insults, according to Eric Handel, a developer for the video game launcher. He would go on Marvel Rivals and only played as the Punisher, which I thought was telling.
Oh my
We
god.
eventually had to ban him for calling a player N-word Panther during a match. When we look back, he'd been making many off-color jokes, but this was the first time it triggered our filters, and we were able to ban him for cause.
Holy shit.
State senator, by the way, an Idaho
Yeah.
state senator.
Yeah.
Dude, people get, as someone who plays a fighting game online, people get
Oh, yeah.
so crazy.
Oh, like Modern Warfare?
No,
Yeah.
it is.
The fact that this
I mean,
happened
it
on
is.
Epic
I mean,
Games
dude,
is
And
hilarious.
people put their mics on. I have had people like say, I always have my mic off. I like, dude, I'm not even like getting into that. But if the person you're playing has their mic on, you can still hear everything they're saying, man.
Have you guys ever played like online Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? People be getting
That's what I-
rowdy
bro,
on
that's
there,
what
dude.
I play.
He's a motherfucker.
I'm
on
really good
Mortal
at
Kombat.
MK.
No shit.
I got fucking really good at Mortal Kombat 11, and I played Mortal Kombat 1, dude.
Dude, we got
And
one sometime.
I'm telling you,
It's always been that way.
I have
Years
had-
and years. I watched guys get on. I knew guys that would get on, and just the minute would start, they would just start
Dude,
yelling
yeah.
shit.
okay, all
Because
right.
they were that. Yeah.
I won't go in. And it's what's so funny is when you have someone their mic's on and they're talking just an insane amount of shit, and you also realize as a 35-year-old man who's playing a fighting game online,
That's where I got all my news.
that you're just being accosted by some kid whose balls haven't dropped yet, dude. It's like somebody like it's like kids like 9 years old, just
It's even
like,
worse if they're beating you.
Oh my god.
Well,
Like,
no,
you're
I
getting
mean-
demolished by a 9-year-old that's
I
calling
mean, no,
you like
I mean, his thing,
horrible, horrible things.
most of the time in my experience, that happens like after you beat someone, where like they just get on and like freak out at you, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's people who are just like, yo, dude, you're actually not that good. Like you're like, I have
Clearly.
played people who are like much better than
Like
you.
evidently, yeah.
You
Yeah.
okay.
Let's get back.
That's hilarious though. All right. We got a state senator
Yeah, Idaho
involved
state
in
senator
online
saying racist
game
things
shit talking and posting.
On
Okay.
Marvel Rivals.
You're
Yeah,
in.
Marvel Rivals.
Yeah. Independent researchers on X and Blue Sky were able to connect Monahan to the post after the transcripts from these games went viral. They were also able to connect Monahan to a Truth Social account titled Concerned Caucasian Citizen 88. Apparently, that's his go-to. Under this username, Monahan espoused his hatred for several minority groups in the U.S. He also railed against DEI and even made references to dismantling it at his job.
Ballsy.
Yeah, going for it. Monahan was asked to resign earlier today. Anonymous sources from his office say that they appreciated his hard work over the years, but given this recent revelation, we're happy to see him go. We're happy to see him go. Monahan will not be given the opportunity for a press conference, and he has been banned from both X and Blue Sky. A spokesperson for Truth Social did not respond to inquiry from the AP.
The craziest thing to me about this is the name, because it's like that's part of your identity. That's part of how you want to be
The gamer tag.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like
Well,
what represents me as a person.
Concerned Caucasian Citizen 88.
And also the
That
thing
is-
that's crazy about this is it's 3 C's. Is that like a KKK thing?
I mean, to replace them with
Honestly.
K's, I think that would be too much. That would be too heavy-handed.
Yeah, that but who knows?
This-
Maybe
this guy's
it's
clearly
a
got
weird
taste.
code speak thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
My gamer tag is
Experts on white supremacy groups. What do you guys think?
Concerned Caucasian Citizen 88. I mean, it is pretty much like, all right, for sure, dude.
I'm just I don't
If
know.
I like came across
Maybe I'm
that-
looking into it too much.
if I came across that gamer tag online playing Mortal Kombat, I would have to be like, woof, dude.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, do you think it's possible that this guy is a CIA plant?
You know what? The thought did cross my mind. I was like, it's a little too overt, like Nick Fuentes, where you're like, you're not a real person. You're a Fed.
Yeah.
It is. It's.
So how
He's
did he
definitely
get
saying
caught?
it with his chest. Well,
Transcript from
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals.
and yeah, that's what it says. Yeah,
Yeah,
I need more information. Like
Well, I'm assuming they got it from
how do we know that's his account?
his IP, right? Like where he actually is playing online at.
Is that what it says?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
So check this out.
Okay.
Independent researchers on X and Blue Sky were able to connect Monahan to the post after the transcripts from these games went viral. He also railed against DEI and even made references to dismantling it at his job. That's a clue. I think that's a clue, dude. I think that they might have latched on that clue and gone.
I'm not
from there.
saying it's not him. I want to know how they caught him. Like, how do we know for sure that that's him?
It's just
Because
connected
they're not
to the
reporting
post.
it like it's allegedly. You know what I mean? They're saying this is what happened.
Right.
I just want to know how.
Are you talking about a specific post that would have like got him?
No. How do we know for sure that it's this guy? The Idaho.
The
citizen.
trans-
you can
Are they
report
playing
someone
this?
online when you're playing a
And
game,
then
with
their
them, right?
IP
Like
address
if
will
they
let you
say shit to you or if they like text you,
You can report
something.
the account. I still don't see how that outs him.
If it matches IP address.
As I say, that's
Transcripts matches IP address.
that's what I would
Oh.
assume.
So this is a crime that the government looked into. Like the police investigated this.
Well, it's not. I
No.
mean, he didn't get prosecuted for anything. He just got
No.
fired.
Right.
Like he just got fired for
Your
hate
IP
speech.
address is
Who's looking? What I'm saying is, who's looking into his IP?
So he
to figure
probably
this
got
out?
reported,
Yeah.
and then
His account got reported.
his account got reported,
so the company does.
The
and then
company that owns the game.
Or
Yeah.
whoever's running that network looks at it and says, okay, and then they ban that IP address.
someone got a
Or
hold of
they
that
flag it
information.
or whatever, and
Maybe.
if they want to give that information up, they very well can. That's how people get swatted, is because they get in the stuff and their IP address is exposed.
You guys see what I'm saying about how a lot of that was left out of this?
Yep.
Like we're
No,
making
fair.
a bunch of assumptions
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what happened here.
Sure.
I get that.
And I just don't understand what the connection is. Like,
Just says the people on X and Blue
am I
Sky
missing
figured it out.
something?
Independent researchers on X and Blue Sky were able to connect Monahan to the post after the transcripts from these games went viral.
Okay, all right. So,
So-
the internet figured this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't the company of the game. He didn't even necessarily get his account didn't even necessarily get banned.
No.
What
I think-
happened is people on the internet were able to establish somehow that he was the guy, that's his account.
Right.
So the internet sleuthed that out.
Mhm.
And now he's lost his job because of it, because there's no crime he's been convicted of.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe he
Okay.
talks shit to enough people,
And it's not
that
really
are
a
on
crime
some
to
sort
begin
of
with,
forum
but
that
it's
it's
something
like,
you
yep.
could lose your job over.
Sorry. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's all I was going to say.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, because I mean, there's government jobs when you're holding positions of office, there's ethics levels that, you know, it's like you can't do certain things, you can't, or they can, shit can.
But here's the thing. On the flip side, this is just sort of a fairly run-of-the-mill story of like someone playing a game online
Oh.
and being very toxic.
Maybe that's why the
Toxic,
details were
if you
left
will.
out.
You know what I mean? Like it's very much just like, and yes, to your point earlier, there are certain games that are known for having like really fucking crazy fan bases online,
Mhm.
right? MK is one of them.
You know what you just helped me realize is maybe there's plot holes in this because it's not true.
Maybe.
But at the same time, I could see some dumbass fucking senator from goddamn what is Idaho,
Idaho.
Idaho, who actually does have a fucking
I'm going to say
Nah.
false.
I'm
I don't
thinking it
think
could
it's
be
true.
like, you ever seen like a young senator? Like those guys that are like 20 something years
Yeah,
old,
just-
you know?
yeah.
I think he's probably getting on Marvel Rivals, typing out some bullshit.
He's
and he got caught
he's a
for
dude
it.
in high school that everyone probably thought was an asshole, even if he was popular or not. No one really liked him, but yet people tolerated him, and now he's moved into politics early on, and he's still a fucking douchebag.
I don't think it's true.
Oh man, Jeb Monahan, a senator. So he's one of two. One of two
State
Idaho.
senator. State senator.
Right, yeah. Each state has two senators. He's one of two senators from Idaho. His name's Jeb Monahan.
Consumers
I'm gonna
don't
go-
mess
all right, I'm
around.
gonna go-
They're on Adderall.
I'm gonna go.
Who's that?
David Penna.
I'm gonna go false.
Shout out to David.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
false.
Final answer?
David in the chat.
Yep. Yep.
Neef, what do you think?
I'm gonna go false.
Is
You
this
don't
story true?
think that Jeb
I
Monahan
think-
could exist?
No, I do. And I think I could
I
regret this
think it's
decision
true
about 30
because
seconds.
I think
but-
I heard something about the story, but I could be wrong because it might be. a
Fuck you,
playoff
dude. I
story.
kind of thought that too.
I think I could be wrong.
Shame you need for not clear.
All right, Neef says true.
Yep.
Okay. Will, final answer?
I'm going, yeah.
Going false?
False, yeah.
The story was false.
Got you, dude. I haven't
Yeah, you
heard
guys
this
slurred
so
it out.
far.
You're doing good this episode,
Oh,
man.
Dude,
You're
I've
doing
never
very
done
good.
this
man.
good before. I'm
Nice
on a roll.
job. You guys are both killing it. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Oh, Neef, we
I'm
got you.
telling
Though.
I was
It was tough.
Out.
I'm not saying it was unbelievable. Like that could have been
I
true
thought
for
that I
sure.
heard something about some senator or somebody in.
I got,
in
dude,
trouble
I
for
got,
some shit like
I
that.
got called the N word one time online by some kid.
Only once?
No, that's not the. That's the. It was just. It was hilarious because like he freaked out. He turned his mic off at the end of the match. I beat him like 2 out of 3 times, and then he like lost his shit, turns his mic off, and as we're exiting the game, his mic flashes back on, and he just screams.
Nice.
You ninja.
He did a PewDiePie.
Yeah, and then he just dipped in. I was just like, oh, all right, dude.
Gamer moment.
He had a real gamer moment.
All right. I think we're gonna keep it going here. you
Is
guys.
well to step out, he's not gonna know if it's true or not if we don't wait for him.
It's true.
So I mean, do you think that Gamergate was a psyop?
I don't really
Gamergate.
care either way if it was, to be honest. I
Gamergate?
don't think about Gamergate.
Never thought once about it.
I don't even know what that is.
That's good. That's a good thing.
It was Alex, tell us about Gamergate. Let's get a little history on this podcast.
Oh yeah, drunk history about Gamergate. Let's see.
Neef is going to be doing all the act outs off screen. So,
Do you know enough
Drunk
about it to
history.
tell me if I'm wrong? If I get started?
I don't know enough about it, but I will still tell you you're wrong.
Okay, just either way.
Yeah, I do know some stuff about it. Just go.
It was about a thing that happened. Was it Blizzard, where there was like sexual discrimination in the office? It was like, was it Blizzard?
Yeah, it was Blizzard. It was like bro culture in the office.
Yeah,
The video game
Bro
company?
culture.
like you know about Gamergate?
I'm not sure.
It's basically Blizzard got in some heat back in the day over like some pretty serious allegations.
Was that Activision?
Was it Activision or was it
was that
Blizzard?
part of was Blizzard part of Activision or no? Back in the day.
Okay.
It is now.
I would
right?
have to look up what games they made, but I feel like
Oh, and then there was also the thing with the independent gamer that's game tanked, but all of the review things like IGN all gave her good reviews.
Uh-huh.
And there was the one dude that like she was definitely fucking.
Uh-oh.
So like
That part.
it was like game websites, like review websites back in the day before we all knew that they were bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's bias here. I remember that being part of it. Because one of the developers was sleeping with one of the writers for IGN.
Yeah, it's
You know who never had any of those incidents?
Who?
Ed Boon and NetherRealm Studios.
Yeah.
MK, John Tobias. Not
They're awesome.
scumbags. Punk rock is fun.
yeah, dude. Them and Gabe Newell. Gabe Newell.
I don't
is
know who
doing-
he is. I just
David
know
said he
Ed,
knows about
Ed
it.
Boon's actually a very good dude and hilarious, like meek and mild manner individual for someone who
Noob
created
Sabbath.
Ed
Sidebot.
Boon, John Tobias backwards.
Yeah.
Noob Sidebot.
All right, guys, we're gonna keep it going here.
Let's go.
I'll get our next story. Quote: massacre. Did South Africa starve dozens of trapped miners to death?
Yeah, they do.
This is from Al Jazeera.
I believe it. It's true.
Yeah.
It's by author Shola Lawal, and this is from January 16th.
Nothing I've heard that he said right now is unbelievable.
This is, yeah, okay. All right.
All right.
A months-long standoff between South African authorities and illegal miners trapped in an abandoned mine in the town of Stalfontein ended this week with at least 78 people killed, likely from starvation, rights groups say.
Shit.
On Thursday, South African police confirmed it ended a rescue operation launched on Monday following a court order. Authorities said there were no more survivors or bodies in the deep multi-level mine, according to cameras sent down to sweep the area. In total, 246 survivors, many of them appearing gaunt and emaciated, were rescued.
Wow.
So I didn't include
All
pictures
of
for
them?
this one.
I'm glad you didn't
Many of
include
them.
pictures for this
Many,
one.
many.
Yeah. Rights groups have criticized the government for failing to prevent what they are calling a quote massacre quote, after security officials cut off food and other essential supplies to the miners for several weeks and delayed a rescue operation.
Whoa.
Yeah. So this brings us to what happened. Since September, hundreds, possibly thousands, of suspected illegal miners were believed to be holed in the vast tunnel network of the Stalfontein mine. I'm saying Stalfontein. You think it's Stillfontein? I know it's Fontaine. Stillfontein?
Sure.
I'm gonna go
Sounds
Stillfontein.
right to me.
Stillfontein mine without adequate food or water after police surrounded the mine without warning and stopped supplies from getting in. The Stillfontein mine in Northwest Province comprises multiple shafts or entryways, several kilometers apart underground. Police officers sealed off some of the exits and claimed the miners could emerge from others, but activists said the entryways were too far apart and that the police had, in effect, trapped the men.
Jesus. dude.
Jeez.
Yeah. Thoughts so far?
That's
Wow.
very intense.
Yeah.
That's some
Yeah.
very shady activity.
Although miners'
Yep.
families and community members pleaded for an official rescue mission, authorities declined. Minister in the presidency, Kumbodzo
Nishaveni?
said the goal was to, quote, smoke them out, quote. The statement prompted to smoke them out. The statement prompted criticism from human rights
smoke
groups.
weed with them. Like
No. Hell yeah,
He's
dog.
gonna
They
smoke
lowered
them
down
out.
some of that kush.
The statement prompted criticism from human rights groups.
Well played. I mean, well played.
Who warned of possible mass deaths as several days passed without the miners receiving food. A court order.
But tons of weed.
Yeah, dude. Bricks of that.
Smoked them out's a very
good.
weird phrase.
They're like starving to death because they're stoned as fuck.
And
So they
now
got
they
the
have-
munchies.
I got the munchies.
No, were they saying smoke them out in reference to cutting off the food and water supply or whatever the fuck it
Yeah,
was?
they're
like
essentially-
they're trying to they're just
It's a siege.
Yeah.
They're doing a siege on this mine. They're cutting off food and water.
right.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean that's
Pretty not cool.
brutal.
Pretty
some might
uncool.
say. Hey man,
I'd
it's
say,
it's a fucking bummer. Hey,
you know,
it's not nice, man.
like
Expert
topical opinion. I
correspondent. Yeah.
don't think it's cool
Sorry,
to do that.
I'm
I know
against that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
I'm
it.
against that.
I don't think that's a nice thing to do to somebody.
And that's our official stance here at BTC, folks. Tell that to your mama. A court order in October finally forced the police to allow community members to send some food down and pull some miners up the shafts using ropes. Authorities at the time put the number of miners at between 350 and 400. Several people were rescued in sporadic and slow attempts by community members using ropes. In November, authorities said that they would begin assessing the possibilities of an assisted evacuation using cages after a body was sent up on the
Oh
ropes.
shit!
Yeah, dude, that's insane. Civil rights groups sued the government in January after videos surfaced showing piles of dead bodies in the mine.
Oh wow!
In the court petitions, recently rescued miners revealed that the conditions underground forced people to eat cockroaches and human flesh, and that some
Jeez.
people trying to escape had fallen to their death.
Damn.
Last week, a judge ordered the police to rescue all the miners.
Oh my god!
On Monday, a specialist mining rescue company began dropping a small cage down the shaft. 2 community members volunteered to go down the shaft, as police officials had claimed it would be unsafe. So, quick
Holy
pause
shit.
before we get to the final bit here. Props to those 2 people. Those
Yeah.
2 people are fucking heroes.
Yeah.
The mining company wouldn't send people down, so 2
two
people from
just
town
went
were
down,
like,
just
I'll
took it on
do it.
themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
Good on them.
Yeah, you
Good
can't-
on those people.
That's
Fuck
that's
yeah.
how we should do everything.
Mhm.
It's like the 4 of us want a road built. Let's go build it.
Yes. In total, 324 people, including survivors and dead bodies, were retrieved.
That's
Some families say
crazy.
they are still looking for their loved ones.
Okay, so I want a little bit more backstory. So, what was the incentive to having the police, like the local government, city government, whatever, cut ties to this mine to just leave these people stranded down? Do we know? Is there anything?
I can tell you a little bit. So there was some more to this article. I cut it out just for length, you know.
Okay, yeah.
But the illegal miners, they're what they call zamas. They're these people where they're going into these like mines that have been long abandoned, and they're trying to go down there and find like gold and stuff. And they will basically trek for like hours, if not days, through like the jungle to get to these mines. And this group was a big group of like 300, 400 people that were all down there trying to basically hit a gold vein and strike it rich. And the police, this is an ongoing issue for South Africa. They've had a lot of these miners.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Illegal.
They're mining
like
illegally.
a pirate or guerrilla operation, however you would.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
illegal, and
Yeah.
it's incredibly dangerous for these people too.
For
Going
sure,
into
yeah,
a-
'cause,
an
I mean, you
abandoned
know,
mine
So
shaft,
they basically blocked them in.
yeah,
and
Because it's like,
starved
hey, we
them to
caught
death.
you
yeah.
fucking doing some illegal shit, so we're just gonna trap you in here. Like,
And the
fuck
mi-
you, we're gonna.
And the company is like, yeah, we're not going to do anything about this.
And so
So,
the
it took
so
like 2 dudes.
is the company legal? Is this like something where the company's just like, on the side of the table financing some weird shit, like a side operation, or is
It's
this?
kind of a weird thing because it's like if you've got land that you own and there's a mine on it.
It's a private company that
Well,
owns this land, so
Well,
they,
it's not even that. You've shut this mine down. So it's like, do not enter this. It's dangerous. So somebody goes down there. Now you can't be responsible for rescuing them. The city or the state has to send rescue people out, right?
It's like
So-
liability.
So then it's a liability. We got 300 people that know they shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
So naturally, the government's like, this is taxing our resources.
Right.
We got to
Right,
go out
okay.
to this land. And they're like, well, maybe, we tell them not to do this because if we didn't know they were down there, that's the whole thing. If
Yeah.
they didn't know they were down there and they just blocked it off, or if they knew where they were down there and they were trapped and they're like, well, we can't help you out. Sorry.
I
And
can.
it's like, there's so many angles now. Is it right? No.
Right.
There's so
Yeah,
many, it's like, well, maybe we don't have the resources to go get 300 of y'all out of there. Sorry,
Right.
y'all shouldn't have gone down there.
Where did this happen again?
South Africa.
Yeah.
Here, let me read a quote from the article. The Stilfontein mine in Northwest Province comprises multiple shafts or entryways several kilometers apart underground. Police officers sealed off some of the exits and claimed the miners could emerge from others, but activists said the entryways were too far apart and that the police had, in effect, trapped the men.
There's
So-
poison. It said that there's poison in between the two, didn't it?
Poison. I mean, it said that they were starving, but I don't know about poison.
Oh, I thought it was saying that.
No,
there
it
was
said
a
they wanted to
gas.
smoke them out. Yeah, but
Oh.
that's just
That was
referring
just
to the
metaphorical,
sea.
right?
Okay,
Like,
okay,
yeah,
so
they're just
they were just too far
cutting
apart.
them off, like,
I was thinking that there was like they couldn't pass it because of like a gas thing.
No.
Okay, so they were
Right.
just, but they're too far, so they're not going to make it.
Well, no, the police blocked off like a couple of the exits. Like there were
And
exits to the
claims
mine.
that they could get out another way.
Yes.
But that
Yeah.
says activists said that wasn't possible.
too
Yeah,
far
that was
away.
like walking several kilometers through a cave to get
Yeah.
out, and these people couldn't do it. So they were trapped in the mine by the police.
It kind of sounds like the police just they're like, this is illegal. We're not making money on this.
And I can't imagine South America has the most,
Like fair government.
yeah,
Yeah.
given their history.
It sounds like, oh, y'all want to try and fuck us out of taxes?
But basically,
I'm going to say
like,
true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
I think it's
true,
true also.
I'm going to say true on this one.
Drew down the
Yeah.
board. Let me just type that in.
I think so.
Instead of basically going in and getting them out and arresting them, which they've probably done before.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how that is. Unfortunately,
Yeah, this could have happened before.
Yeah, and other,
I don't doubt that it could happen again.
no.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean-
doubt that happens often.
Craziest detail from it, I just want to go back on too. In court petitions, recently rescued miners revealed that the conditions underground force people to eat cockroaches and human flesh, and that some
Yeah.
people trying to escape had fallen to their death.
Yeah.
Dude, these people
Oh,
are
yeah.
in hell. This
Yeah.
is awful.
Hungry people will do anything.
Yeah, for real. This story's true, by the
Yeah.
way. Yeah, this is
Nice.
100% true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
nice
that
job, you
sucks.
guys.
I don't know how I feel gonna.
Damn,
I'm
I
gonna
got
feel
5
about
in a row.
sharing
I was
that,
0 for 2.
but,
Now,
yeah.
I'm,
Well,
what,
I mean, I would
5 and 2?
I would have gone with true.
You're doing
because I
good,
was
yeah.
5 out of 7. Let's go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
That's-
man.
yeah, it's
that's
fucking sad.
That is
That really happened too.
intense,
Yeah.
man.
So that's the thing, man. I mean, like, I don't know. Not every story's fun. Sorry, that's all I'm saying.
It's the news.
I mean,
But-
yeah, that's how.
That's what
That's,
fucking
yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, and this is also something.
This is the news. This is serious.
yeah.
This isn't fun.
We wouldn't have heard about this, and we would have never heard about this if we never talked about it right here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people I've never heard about it. If we don't,
Yeah,
No,
yeah. All
that's
David
a
that's
that's a
watching.
brutal story, man.
folks at home. All right, we're going to bring it on a lighter note here. Italian soccer club Lazio fires Falconer for posting photos of his penis implant.
Oh hell yeah.
Falconer is the player's name.
No, this is their Falconer, the guy who has a falcon. Would you like to see a picture of it?
trains Falcons.
It's like so the mascot, the guy who like holds their mascot, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's got a whole
Falcon or somebody
Could-
that breathes
can I
and
screen
trains
share on this?
Falcons.
Zoom.
Right, I'm assuming Lazio's got their mascot must be Falcon related.
Mhm.
They have a Falconer at their games.
Is this a game thing? I
It's a
just,
soccer player, right?
Oh.
Soccer club. Excuse me, soccer club. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. That's pretty-
All right. One of you guys want to read this one? All right, this comes from the AP News from January 14th, and here's a picture of the penis implanted falconer. If
He
you
wanted
folks
to
can
look like the head of that falcon.
yeah, hooked. All right, someone tag in.
All right.
Lazio.
Lazio has fired the man who handled the Italian soccer club's Eagle mascot, Cal is correct, after he posted photos and videos online of his own prosthetic penis. Falconer Juan Bernabe shared the images on his private social media account after undergoing surgery for a penile implant. She said was for non-medical reasons. Glad he shared it to his private social media account.
Hell yeah.
Bernabe also gave an interview to the controversial Italian radio show La Zanzara on Monday and elaborated on his reasons for undergoing the procedure.
Okay. All right.
Bernabe added
to talk about it. Okay.
that he felt very proud and more masculine being part of Lazio. The Serie A club clearly did not feel the same as it fired the Spaniard shortly afterward.
I feel more masculine.
Oh my God.
Shocked to see the photographic images and video of Mr. Juan Bernabe and to read the statements that accompanied them, Lazio announces that it has stopped with immediate effect all relationship with this person, given the seriousness of his behavior, the capital club said in a statement. The club realizes and shares the pain that the fans will feel at the loss of the Eagle in the next home games, but believes that it is not possible to be associated with a person who, by his own initiative, has made the continuation of the relationship unacceptable.
That's it.
Wow.
That's one of the most professional ways I've ever heard anybody be like, it's a disappointment that he had to show his pathetic dick to everybody.
Those FIFA clubs really have it down.
They
have that corporate speak.
I love how this guy is just like, I gotta let the world know.
Dude.
I gotta tell everyone I've ever met.
So he posted pictures of his, like, I'm assuming new-founded massive hog.
He's like, guys,
or Facebook.
Check this out.
And then honestly, dude, like,
I mean,
European soccer is just so fucking insane, and
I just want to know what the caption was. Like, surgery was a success.
Hog looking good.
It's like his thumbs up against his like erect penis after the surgery.
He went on a talk show to talk about it.
Imagine
He's
getting
clearly very proud about it.
That's crazy.
He's like, you guys have known me from my falconeering skills before. But now you will know me for my gigantic hawk. Hello, I am Juan Bernabe.
Holy shit.
You've seen my falcon. Have you seen my penis, though?
I mean,
and have you seen it in the last couple weeks? Because it has improved.
Let me tell you something.
like, this guy is a falconer for a soccer team. An Italian soccer team?
Yeah. Lazio.
Like, he's not a normal guy. He's not like,
I mean, he's the guy who like
person.
handles the mascot, right? Like it's like
yeah.
He's a fucking
He
falconer.
speaks to falcons.
It'd be like the equivalent of like
he's a druid.
it's like the University of Colorado or the University of Texas, right? University of Texas has the Longhorns. So they have a Longhorn come out. There's a handler for him. Colorado, they got a Buffalo comes out, right? Like it's Georgia Bulldogs got a cute little fucking bulldog.
All that stuff,
and so he is there.
To get somebody to handle it. When it comes to
he
birds,
handles the birds, and he
to
has
birds,
now a gigantic dick, apparently,
A gigantic prosthetic dick.
or
He's got a
above
hammer.
average.
Yeah, he's got a fucking hammer.
He's like letting everyone know about his regular sized dick.
He's like, well,
Oh my
check this out, dude.
Dude, imagine it was like a cool 5.5.
He's like, guys, check this out.
Not too big.
He's like, I don't want to
Still
brag.
believable.
I'm feeling like I'm there with you guys now.
This is the most realistic penis implant on the market. Under 6.
I mean, what if he did it to make it?
Everyone's just
smaller?
like, bro, if you're gonna do it, you got to go all out, man.
I think this story's true.
I've been on it. Okay, all right. So Alex is going with
We
true.
got a true from Alex.
Fuck, man.
Lots.
I want to believe it. I really want to believe it.
I think. Okay. This very much could be true. I think I'm gonna go false.
I'm going false.
I think I'm gonna go false.
I want
on
it to be
this.
true because that's just you know.
All right, we got
But
two
goddamn,
falses
dude, I don't
across the
know.
board. Alex said that was true. You guys both said it was false.
Yeah.
That story was true, fellas. That's right. There's this Italian soccer club had a falconer.
Oh, it's
Dude,
a bummer, dude.
He put some work
That's
in
a
on his
bummer.
hog, and he was trying to talk about it on Good Morning America. He got fucked. That sucks.
Honestly, that's a dagger to my heart that I just missed that one. I don't want to continue playing this. I'm done. No, just kidding. Damn it.
I mean, what's good to do?
That was very believable.
It was true. was
Yes,
fact.
I know, but like just the way it was set up was very believable.
I was kind of shooting in the dark on that one because I was like, maybe it's false. I can believe it, but
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you were correct, Alex.
It was true.
It was true.
Yes.
They both thought it was fake.
Yes.
You were the only one who got it,
False,
dude.
man.
Nice job.
So I still haven't. I'm still got.
We'll go over the scores at the end here.
Okay. Okay.
I'm 5 for 8. I
I
think.
can't believe.
Yeah. 5 and
I'm
3
doing
right
so
now.
well.
All right. Do any of you guys want to tag in for the last one? We'll make this one quick.
Wait, this is the last one?
This is the final
Oh,
story.
shit.
Oh shit! I thought we had 2 more. Wait, maybe I'm not.
It's
five.
not. It's
no, we've,
not a
6
two
and
more.
3.
Just to review, let's go through the headlines that we've gone through so
It's not a two more.
far. We've got the Cult of Ziz.
Yeah,
That was number
Yeah.
1.
watch that one.
Yeah, we got. Actually, let's go for a screen share on this. Okay. So, the New Mexico courtroom brawl. That one we had video for. You guys remember that?
Yep.
Pretty nice. The guerrilla rescue.
Mm-hmm.
We had
Mhm.
we had a news update from the beginning about the monkeys. That one
Right.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
The desert rain frogs, you guys fucking sleuthed me out on that one. That was
Okay.
very nice. And then we got the South African mine massacre.
Yeah.
Brought a little gravitas to the podcast. That was good. And we got Italian soccer club Lazio fires Falconer for posting photos of his penis implant. Our last story. Vomit fossil and a fake story about the Idaho senator.
Right.
So we got one more to go. We've gone through
them
nine.
out
Yeah.
on that one too.
Yes,
Yeah.
most of you did. Most of
Yeah.
you did. Yes.
Yeah.
The viewers at home, though, they all failed.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
Get it together.
This is official transcript from the Rhetoric Rabbit Hole Network. Our viewers stink, and we don't like them.
You suck.
Boo. We're just kidding. We love
I
you
was kind of
guys.
love you guys.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Final.
Legitimately, thank you for tuning in, though.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to read the final story? Finish it up. You guys want to go block by block?
Sure.
Switch
Go
off?
for it. All right.
Go ahead. We'll start off.
The number of venomous snakes removed from this Australian yard will make you shudder. From the AP News, Rod McGurk. Yeah, right. What the fuck?
McGurk.
McGurk.
McGurk. Okay.
McGurk.
Let's go with McGurk.
Sure, Rod. That's a real name. February 7th, 2025, Melbourne, Australia. A man described feeling the shudders as more than 100 venomous red-bellied black snakes were removed from a pile of mulch in his Sydney backyard. Oh, oof.
David Stein called Reptile Relocation Sydney last week after watching around 6 snakes slither into the mulch. He learned from an internet search that pregnant, known as gravid, red belly blacks pile on top
Full racist.
of each other before they give birth.
Snake catcher Dylan Cooper arrived that afternoon. The hero. Stein helped rake away mulch as Cooper bagged 102 pregnant and newborn snakes. Quote,
Just seeing that amount in one group, it gives you a bit of the shudder, Stein said on Friday.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's insane.
Reptile Relocation Sydney owner Corey Carawaro said 2 of the captured adults gave birth to a total of 29 snakes in the bag, while Cooper was still sifting through mulch catching more. Holy shit.
Yeah.
the final tally was 5 adults and 97 offspring caught,
Jeez.
Carawaro said.
Experts don't know why so many snakes gave birth in such a short time frame at Stein's 1.4 hectare, 3.5 acre property in suburban Horsley Park on Sydney's western outskirts.
You can get a decent number like that.
Wait, Alex, can I hear an Australian voice for this?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
You can get a decent number like that when the babies are hatching.
Yeah, dude. Nice.
Carawaro said. But to have that many venomous snakes, no one's ever come across it.
Oh, I know when it comes across it, mate.
That's
That's
not-
very
that's
good,
not a
dude.
snake.
That is
That was
very
excellent.
good.
That was
Alex.
good.
Damn.
Oh, wait,
thank
that's me. Scott Eiper, who has written several books about Australian snakes and dangerous wildlife, said gravid red-belly blacks might congregate for safety reasons or a shortage of suitable habitat to give birth.
Can we call him something else? Can we call
Red
belly
blakes. Red belly blacks.
RDBs.
RDB? Okay, there we go. Thank you.
RDBs.
Thank you for RDB. I appreciate that.
Eiper, who spoke to Carawaro on the day the snakes were being caught, said it was possible that extraordinarily hot weather in Sydney had triggered birthing.
This is another Australian, Alex.
This is an isolated incident. It's clearly a very rare occurrence, Epper said.
A week later, Carawaro still has the snakes, which are a protected species. Government authorities gave him permission on Thursday to release them into a national park. Your turn.
Because there is such a large number.
Where's the Australian? Give us some
because
Australian.
there is such a large number, obviously people were a bit concerned where 100 snakes are going to go, Carawaro said.
Fuck yeah. They'll be far enough away to avoid any human interaction. 100 snakes are going into the middle of the bush in the middle of nowheres, he added.
I like the plural nowhere.
Yeah.
That's a good touch.
Sorry, I'm channeling.
No, it should have been
channeling
nowhere.
dead
I think it's a
Australians.
misprint. It should be nowhere.
Nowheres.
Nowhere.
In December, Stein's 2-year-old Jack Russell Terrier Belle killed a juvenile red-bellied black that bit her. She spent 4 years in an animal hospital and recovered after multiple doses of antivenom.
Stein said he has been told snakes could return to give birth in the mulch at the same time next year.
Holy shit.
Looking forward to it.
Oh my God.
Alex, finish it strong. Let's hit it.
Within the next couple of days, the big pile of mulch will be gone, Stein said.
Nice job.
Your accent
Wow.
Nice
really,
job. Thank you.
really made that.
It brought a
Nice.
certain je ne sais quoi.
Yes,
to
it
our
did.
ability.
Yes, it did. Great closer. I mean, honestly, Australia is so fucking crazy
Yeah,
with the
it's
critters they got in there, dude. That like, I
100%
don't fucking doubt that one
Yeah.
bit. That's
Did you
like
guys-
my and like.
It's 100% believable.
I've-
Snakes give birth to a bunch. I've seen nests of baby snakes, and it's a scary fucking.
I've got
Dude, they hatched 29 in the fucking bag while.
I mean, yeah, like that. That's like that.
That's
insane,
terrifying.
Oh my God.
That's fucking terrifying.
That's dude.
And Australia is the place where most of that shit can and will kill you.
Well, yeah. Did you guys catch the detail where it said most of the world's venomous snakes are in Australia?
Yes. Yes.
Most. Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, we got him here too.
I mean, not most of them though.
No, definitely not most of them.
Tennessee has 2.
Yeah.
Not most.
You guys have copperheads here, right?
Yeah.
Copperheads and
Yeah.
water moccasins. I think we now
That's-
have a coral that
Like, really, you don't have any. You don't have any corals or like
Rattlesnakes.
We do have a
cottonmouths
timber-
or
timber
whatever like
rattlers.
we do have a
that.
rattler here now, I think.
I figured there'd be
But
more
for
than
years
two.
it was
in
two. I
Tennessee.
think it's more than that now, but stuff moves.
I got bit by a copperhead when I
It's-
was 3.5 years old.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh, that explains it.
bit in the ankle. Yeah, it does. It does.
And here we are.
No, I had.
There's a lot more now that I released them.
Well, I know we got two spiders that are venomous, but it's a lot of the venom, the stuff we have here isn't. It can be deadly if you get too much of it, or if you're elderly or a child. But a lot of the venomous bites, people don't realize they're not as deadly. A lot of
What's-
spider bites are not really deadly. They'll make you sick as hell.
Yeah.
What's that invasive plant that was brought here that just takes over everything?
Kudzu.
Yeah. Kudzu's crazy. You're just like on a long drive and you see just fucking kudzu like just over the landscape.
Raked over everything, killing it.
Yeah. You guys ever seen those guys on social media where they're a team of goats that they'll release into a kudzu filled garden? They just
No.
like munch all the kudzu.
Oh shit.
It's sick. Yeah, it's
Goat-
like nature's
goat
best way
paradise.
to repair our blight on
Oh shit.
the ecosystem. Yeah.
Shout out to the goat.
Goats love new growth, and kudzu grows like an inch a night.
Yeah.
Grow like a fucking inch a night.
Dude, that would be
It's a
so
vine, right?
tasty.
That's why you can rent people's goats to come to your lawn, because they'll make it even, because they'll bite everything right to the
Yeah.
fresh spot.
You guys ever have you ever tried like microgreens or like sprouts?
Oh yeah.
They're very tasty. I gotta tell you, like the fresh greens are pretty good. Goats have good taste.
Goats.
Goats
Yeah.
are the goat, dude.
They're doing pretty good, yeah. Okay. So what do you guys think of this article?
Well, okay, so I have. Actually, someone else take the lead on this.
I think it's true.
And why do you think that?
Because you remember in Indiana Jones, there was a lot of snakes.
Yeah, he famously hates snakes.
There was which Indiana Jones was it? There was a pit of snakes.
First one, Raiders.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
why
it shows the flashback and
that's why I believe
third-
it. It's because of George Lucas.
okay. That's solid. That's solid
Yeah.
logic.
Yeah.
I have
George Lucas wouldn't lie to me.
he wouldn't.
No.
I have, oddly enough, a history of sort of befriending Australians. It seems to be. I'm not
I
sure.
thought you were gonna say snakes.
No, I don't know what it is, but we won't go into all the stories. But they are kind of hilarious and quite irreverent. But I ended up I have a few homies who are from Australia.
Is
They
it one
know
of the Limbo guys from Australia?
They are, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, one. And so like all the stories that I hear that they tell was the critters, the spiders, the fucking snakes, crocodiles, whatever, all the shit down there. It's like, it's not overhyped. It is one of those things where like I had friends who like basically lived like sort of in the jungle out like Byron Bay or some shit like that. And they talked about like you go outside at night, like you never go outside barefoot, just finding snakes and masses, just like all this crazy shit you find in your house or right at your doorstep.
Yeah, that's
Also-
also you tap out the shoots.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like, and it's honestly, their stories are fucking hilarious. I'm just like, wait, you woke
Damn.
up to what?
That's
In your
crazy.
boot, or like you just like opened your front door one morning to just walk outside your garden and you see what type of snake just squirrel,
Basically, see National Geographic.
Yeah, it's just crazy shit, man. So
Every day.
So Australia, I guess, point I'm making is it's sort of like Florida in the sense of like whenever I see an outlandish story, like nature-based story, something with an animal, I just tend to be like, yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Australia.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of the same. It's the international Florida in a way. Really.
So is that going to be a true from you, Will?
Yes, that's I
I'll
think,
mark it.
I do
Australia
believe
is
this.
the Florida of continents.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, of course a fucking crocodile ate another crocodile while
It's like, what if Florida was an island?
You know,
We'd also like to apologize to the people of Australia for comparing them to Florida just now. Sorry.
but honestly, what does Australia?
You know what? You're right. That's
What
not
do you
fair.
guys
That's
export?
not-
That's not nice.
Does Australia export anything? Do we really have to apologize to them?
No, they also banned South Park.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't
Australia.
have South Park.
Sometimes you're a little winkerish.
Boo! Australia, boo! That's why all the good ones are here.
No, Australians know how to have a good time, though. I will say that it is a
Yeah.
they know
Yeah,
how to
they-
have a good fucking time, and I appreciate that.
You
But your
guys know
government might
about-
be a little wonky.
You guys know about the Great Emu War? Emu?
Yeah, I don't know if we have time to go into the Great Emu War on this
Can you
one.
give us a just very quick wrap up?
All right, super quick summation. Emus were ravaging the farmlands of Australia. So Africa. They were ravaging the farmlands
Same
of
thing.
Australia because
I'm talking like
this is like
Le-
20s, 30s. Australia.
emu here, right? Like the
Yes.
fucking birds, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So Australia
Liberty Mutual. That was a commercial for you.
freebie.
Yeah.
Australia decided they'd had enough,
The knot is
Yeah,
dangerous.
and they decided it was a national problem more
Right.
than just like an individual problem. So they dispatched the army to deal with them, and by dispatching the army, they launched the Great Emu War, an armed war between humans and emus. And basically, they went out in like the equivalent of like ISIS guys, or it was in like jeeps with like machine guns on top. They would just drive around trying to like shoot the emus. And the thing with emus is they're
They won, and now they're running Australia.
they're very
Okay.
feathery. Their bodies look a lot bigger than they are, so it's hard to shoot them. And when you shoot it,
they just like hits smokes through feathers, but it actually doesn't hit any
yeah,
meat.
dude, it's like you know a cowboy,
Like cartoon shit, just
Yeah.
like Looney Tune shit.
you know, like a cowboy that gets shot through the hat
Yeah,
and he's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. But the thing is too, when you shoot at emus, they naturally disperse and they just run in different directions and they panic. And it's really hard to like
Solid
mow them down.
strategy. Yeah.
So what happened was every time they brought out the army to like fight these emus, they just like they would lose basically every battle. The emus just got away, and they basically chalked it up to a loss. And
So
Australia
it's the
lost the
Harkonnens
emus.
and the Freeman.
Yeah,
The emus are the Freeman.
yeah. We give up.
Australian
Just leave
Army
them to
is the
themselves.
Harkonnen.
If they get close, like
Yeah.
yeah.
We'd like to apologize to our Fremen viewers.
They grossly underestimated you and you won, so you should be proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm going
let's-
true. I'm going
we
true.
go with a true.
I'm
For
going
Will.
True on that one too.
True from Neath.
What's Alex going? What's he doing now?
What do you think?
Can I look at it real quick?
Our senior correspondent is currently reviewing the story to determine its veracity.
That's amazing.
And
Yeah, that was real, dude.
and
That's
the
great.
thing Is emus are like most birds, meaner than hell.
Is
yeah,
it?
dude? My dad told me
Right,
the
yeah,
story.
I think they're the ones that aren't as dangerous as ostriches, because ostriches, I think, can gut you with their talons. I think emus don't have as spiky of a talon, but they can still,
Yeah.
you know.
The most dangerous ones are cassowaries. Like those are ones you don't.
Wait,
wanna
what
fuck
are
with. You ever seen the ones with the like they got like a horn on top of their heads?
Oh shit! Yeah,
yeah, dude,
So-
you don't fuck with those.
So what
Yeah.
do they have? Is it like a talon thing, or do
Yeah, they have talons, and the way that they strike you, they hit you right.
Do the
They'll
chicken
just cut you
snowboard
down.
challenge?
They say kangaroos can do that too, because they want to kick, but they also have claws. So
Yeah.
they can shred you. Yeah.
Dude, my dad told me a story. He used to work on this farm where they had what's called rheas. They're like emus that are about like maybe like 2 or 3 feet tall.
Okay.
He said they were the meanest animal he's ever met. Like,
Yeah?
yeah. I think basically every time he'd go in there, he'd have a bucket of food he had to dump out into like the trough, and they just like tear up the back of his
Just
legs. and
hyper
shit.
aggressive, trying to get at
Yeah.
it.
And he'd have to like swing at him with the bucket and shit. Yeah, I'll ask him more about it.
We'd be eating chicken a long time for many days if that happened. I'd be upset at these dwarf emus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, you scratch me, I scratch you.
Here's the flip side, Alex. Imagine if you tried to do that and you failed and you got killed by rheas.
They revolt.
Such a lame
It's
way to
Animal
go.
Farm except it's emus. They're running the farm now.
Well, dude, like just like on a totally unrelated note, if you just think about like geese, right?
Oh yeah.
And how just
Yeah.
like evil little fucking sons of
Oh,
bitches,
yeah.
they're so
Oh, yeah.
mean, right?
Yeah.
And
I don't know, they're an animal that like I don't know, a lot of people I don't think understand. Like they're kind of just little fucking assholes, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they got the little fucking like they got the fucking teeth too. It's like, dude,
The geese are not to be fucked with.
they're not to be
Geese
fucking
are
with
evil.
emu shit like that. It's like
they will come at you in a park if you're even trying to be nice and feed ducks and shit. Like
Yeah.
the bread. Geese will roll up and be like, "No, give that shit
Yeah.
to me," and
No.
come at you.
or like the
for no
ostrich,
shit.
like
Not
the
in this
ostrich with the
neighborhood.
fucking talon, dude. It's like
You ain't feeding
this-
no ducks in
those
my
guys
hood.
kind of suck.
Yeah, that's my bread.
Maybe I support the emu wars, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just drop it.
And ever since emus have controlled Australia,
It makes sense
big emu.
given the past 5 years
Yeah.
or so.
I
10
think
years,
it's true.
15 years maybe.
I think we all.
All right, folks.
Okay.
Final verdict. I've got trues down the board. Are we sticking with it? True, true,
I'm
true.
going true, man. Yeah.
This story was true.
Yay.
Yes, they
Had to
extracted
be, dude. Yeah,
100
yeah.
snakes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, all
That's
the details
insane.
are nuts. You brought up that one gave birth to
Yeah.
30 snakes
Yeah.
in the bag.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Honestly, that was one point in the story where I was like, you know what? If this same story was happening anywhere else outside of Australia,
Yep.
or Florida, honestly, maybe India, maybe like something, right?
Right.
But like maybe outside of those 3 places, I'd be like, no, that's bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
But because like Australia's like, no,
Australia,
that's
yep.
Yeah, it could only happen in Australia. That's for
well, it's
sure.
like one of the few
I
places.
guess that's
Okay. Here we
All right, guys, we're gonna do the final tally here. It's time to go through each story. You guys have voted on each one point by point, and we're gonna go through and see who got the most right. So the first story was the cult of Ziz.
Mhm.
Obviously true. I mean, come on. Let me screen share for a second to show that mug shot
Yeah,
one
that's
more
rusty.
time.
Fuck that one up.
Yeah,
Looking back, should have got it. Hey,
It's okay. You're a vet now.
sometimes you don't have your best game.
yeah, it's okay. You guys sleuthed me out on the
Like
fake
the
ones. That's for
you
damn
know,
sure.
like the Chiefs. Sometimes you just lay an egg. That first one was.
Yeah. That's our cult leader for this story, which proved to be true.
Okay.
And we got Alex got 1 point, Will no points, and Neef got 1 point. I'm just gonna go point system here. 1. Okay. The courtroom brawl. Alex said true. Will and Neef said false. That's a point for Alex. No points for either of you two, though. That was a true story.
Bad look.
Ooh.
Bad look upon review. You know.
I'm just
Not
a
good.
vet. I've seen a lot
You're
of
good,
shit in
dude.
my
Yeah,
day.
you've seen this. You've
Seen a
seen
lot
your
of shit in my
correspondence skills. You know.
Mhm. The guerrilla aircraft recovery story. So happy. You guys all said true. It was true, so it's a point for everyone. Nice job, you guys.
Snide. There we go.
All right. The California monkey update. We're not even counting that one. Desert rain frogs. That was my false story, which everyone sleuthed me
There we
out. So
go.
a point for everyone on that one. Nice job again, you guys.
It was small and
Small and
Yeah.
literally me.
I
It's-
regret going
Good
so.
recall.
I went really Cajun with the names. You guys didn't really pick up on it, but Shauna Delacroix, like that's
No, I mean that was
that's a
no,
fake name.
It was a good
dude.
touch. I just wasn't gonna try and do a Cajun accent.
Shauna Delacroix.
So I just go for the bastardized French version. You know.
All right, snake story.
But their names are so stupid. Like that could easily be a real name.
We all got that right?
Yep. Point for everyone. Snake story was all true. Oh, you guys didn't see the pictures. Yeah, look at that. That's one of the snakes that came out of the mulch pile. Look at the size of that
Damn.
fucking thing.
Damn, dude.
And
What kind of
here's the
snake?
snakes in the bucket.
That's crazy.
Dude, look at that.
That's what you.
Let me
Those
resize
are-
that.
Those are asps.
No, thank
Yeah,
you.
They said what they were that racist name.
Red belly
Red
black.
belly
Belly blacks.
That was great.
Honestly, that's why I'm like, I don't think Evan wrote this. He wouldn't call him that.
I would
He's
never.
not gonna make.
He would continue to say black snakes.
Okay, so he's got all of them.
Yeah, Alex has led so far.
I got 3. Neve's got 4.
Let's tally it up
Okay.
at the end here.
All right.
South African mine story. You guys all said true. That was true. So a point across the board for everyone. The soccer club Eagle guy who posted pictures of his prosthetic penis implant. Alex said that was true, giving him a point. You guys both said it was false, which is
Not good.
false.
That's a great story.
Yeah, right, dude, insane. The vomit fossil story. We got true across the board, so a point for everyone. Nice. Fake story about the Idaho State Senator. Alex and Will sleuthed that one out.
Hey, there we go.
Neef was fooled though. And that's it for our stories. So the winner for tonight would be Alex.
With a perfect score.
Alex, a perfect score of 9 stories.
Man,
Let's
dude.
get some fucking skim for that. That was nice.
Yeah, bro. Good shit.
Alex, this is a
man.
W for you tonight, man. How do you feel?
I would like to thank my mom. So I have done horribly every time we've done this, and I think we're seeing a comeback now.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think I've got you figured out.
Yeah, you better hope so.
Okay.
And second place was actually a tie. Will and Neef both got 6 of them correct.
Nice.
6 out of 9.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I feel very good about that for my first show.
Nice, you guys.
Well done, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. There was a chance that I thought that I would basically maybe just lay a goose egg today. Go over.
No, you did
Or
quite
maybe
well.
get 1 or 2. So I'll take
You came back in the
6 and
latter
3.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started out 0 and 2. Finished 6 and 1. That's a good play down the stretch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you guys.
Will wins the Karma Vulture show again at Exodus.
March 14th.
Fuck yeah. Get your
With
tickets
Omen Bringer
now.
and Dead Feathers.
That will sell out, so get your tickets.
And Flooded Sun Liquid Lights.
Folks, if you come out to that show, make sure that you come find your behind the curtain news anchors and our guests. Come buy us a drink.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
We need it.
Thank you.
They don't pay us at this network, so we need it.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Any last plugs or anything else you guys want to talk about before we sign off?
We're the Timu of networks.
That's right. We take other people's shit and sell it for cheaper. All right. You guys have a good night. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next month. Hell yeah. This is the post-credit scene, you guys. Say anything.